like the important things in game, like greens, quite a lot actually.
Okay, it seems like there's a lot, and obviously you guys studied the meta, right? So what do you think about the meta specifically for the EXP lane?
I think it's quite fine. Like it's best for the junglers right now, but it's good for EXP lane, I think.
Why do you think it's good for the EXP laners?
Because the heroes like Esmer, Uranus, like they're quite strong. They're not dying. Like if you have the good match, you can carry the game easily.
Okay, so Esmeralda, Uranus are heroes that you guys
Hello.
mentioned. Do you
Hello,
think we're
everybody.
gonna see some damage EXP laners from you today?
There's a quite chance, yeah, you can see it. Like also from some.
First call. Oh my God! You just gauge yourself,
like,
bro.
Paquitos, Arlots, they're quite popular right now.
Okay, gonna be very exciting.
The hell is wrong
matchup
with you,
later
Chefin?
on, ladies and gentlemen. But
Chefin,
coming into
get
this
on
again,
Discord.
You're up against Sanford. You've been up against them for quite some time, and it feels like they have like a kryptonite to you. It feels like they're the kryptonite. Why is that? What's going on with TLPH and you?
I have no idea. Every single tournament.
Sarji lower bracket. Iya, tadi kalah deh
We're
sebelum ini.
pretty sure after this point, like every single tournament we're gonna face them.
Why? Do you know why?
I don't know. We have a kryptonite, like you said.
It seems like they're destined for one another. But are you strong enough, and do you feel like you're strong enough and confident enough
I'm
to
feeling
go
a
up
bit
against
sick.
them today?
I'm sick
and
of your
to beat
shit.
them today?
Yeah, we're quite.
Kok nggak ada suara? Ada.
Confident to beat them.
Okay, so this is your day.
Every day is our day.
Every day is Lunar's day. So good luck.
Ini udah
for
gede
your
banget
next
nih suaranya
matchup, and we're throwing
di-
it back to you guys.
Kenapa
That is a
malah
great
ini
answer.
scene-nya
The
kocak?
thing that comes to mind too is your name Luna. You're saying every day is your day. You're claiming the night and the day. I mean,
Aku
you're
masih
just claiming
Bluetooth.
all
Kocak.
aspects of time.
I mean, like, to be fair, here in France, it's less night and more day.
It's more day. Let's put it that way.
It's more day. But hey, I like to see the confidence coming in from Lunar. And the thing that I like coming in from both interviews, both kind of agree that every single lane is pretty flexible. We might see, like, if the Beleric is open, then more pride for Beleric. If Ling as well as Aurora is open, then more pride for them. But yeah, this is the kind of meta that we can definitely see the hero pool expand quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, even just now, right, we saw the Ruby in the EXP lane, which I think is the first time we saw that. I don't know at how many unique heroes we
Is mau ajak Restream bareng sama King Radit. Hah?
After that first
Emang
season,
iya?
instead of just looking to go uphill from here.
Mana
I mean,
mana
we
King
can't
Radit?
kind of avoid this
Not sure stream or
conversation any
not.
longer. The
No
GOAT,
worries.
who many consider to be the
Prediction
GOAT
match
here,
besok.
Easy,
Match besok ada apa emang ya?
claimed coming off a championship defense, and obviously when you look at Aurora's pain of running into Team Liquid, the only way to like get a little bit of that pain off your shoulders is to say, okay, the team that we lost to won the entire tournament. That's what they were able to say with Team Liquid. But now, you know, what can Carl TZ do? The question probably not being, does he have the capability, but if he's going to adapt from what he's been known for with his utility
VCT Rex.
into this assassin meta, it's going to prove yet again that he
apa
has
ya?
everything needed to be
Oh.
considered one of the greatest of
Kayak
all
ini
time
deh.
in MLBB.
One
Feeling
reason
gua kayak
why
Pepper Rex
is
deh.
the GOAT is the ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Because he started his career with an amazing Lancelot time where he was known as the assassin jungler, and he had such a difficult time transitioning into tank, where he had like one season where he was a bit off, but then came back stronger than ever, mastered the tank assassins, and then now he kind of has to re-forget it again and relearn the assassins again, which I think he can. I think he can use the assassins. The question is, can he use the Ling? That's one of the heroes that we rarely see because, again, he's a Lancelot main, right? It's a bit different than Ling.
And have they really adjusted the quote-unquote Liquid Stampede in the current meta already? since
Liquid
it's been a very
Stampede.
recent patch, and that's also, I guess, aside from the conversation that, honestly, Liquid, for one, could not doubt the amount of like adaptability they have. They could not get back-to-back championships in MPL if they were not.
Kalau Araki vs Zeta, Araki Zeta kayak RRQ. Zeta, I think
here is smooth enough.
very bad ya.
That's the thing. It's not just one
Masih
player you
jelek
really
sih
have
ya,
to look at when it
Zeta.
comes to
Zeta
the
tuh
shift in
kayak,
meta. It's the team as a whole. And as
Gak ada
a
change
whole,
yang
they've
gimana-gimana
also
banget.
had changes in their roster as well. They have a new goal laner in their hands. We are about to witness Teddy.
Bang, nonton gak semalam? Nonton gua nonton.
Debut.
Gila,
But
Cloud
this
tajam sih.
will just add more questions
Apalagi
to
yang di
what
split.
we're really looking looking forward to
Ote-ote
see
tuh.
against or between Liquid and Aurora.
Man, what
That's
version
crazy.
of Teddy are we going to get? Steady Teddy? Scary Teddy? We'll find out here in a moment. That gold lane going to be important, and XP lane as well. I mean, everything kind of blending into what can you do as a squad. And when it comes to a squad's goals, you may be saying, well, winning back-to-back, what does that mean? But coming off an MPL championship and then now winning MSC again has a chance to put Liquid on the golden road. Something that elusive, you know, win, that could end up putting them into, I mean, beyond the GOAT conversation as a player, maybe the GOAT conversation as a team.
I mean, the only team that has ever
Close game semuanya 2-1 jir.
T1
T1 kalah 1 overtime. Lawan siapa T1?
Other than that, it has been years, really. Like from the start of my career, and it's been a long career until now. There's no golden row winner. So if they're able to do it,
this is the start
for you.
That's it. You're gonna get. It took that long. You're just gonna give them a thumbs up.
And that's
my God.
Congratulations. And they were close. They were close though to doing that. It was just a couple months back, back in M7. That was January earlier this year. But again, there's a reason why it's called the elusive title for not just them, but every single team trying to compete here in MLBB, because it's just so hard to get on that streak against these teams, against all these emerging regions as well.
Excited about this
Semua masuk
matchup?
lawan Liquid. Fuck.
Excited might be an understatement.
Ini masih aman deh kalau Liquid. Feral.
Baguette.
Feral 1-0 lawan T1. What the hell?
French. We love French. I wish I could speak it better. But in Paris, France, there's a moment happening. The excitement is clear. It's in the building. It's palpable. You might be able to sense it even through the screen. It is our defending champion of MSC, Team Liquid, taking the stage versus Aurora Gaming in just a moment. Our second series of Group B, the Group of Death, begins right now.
Thank you very much, guys, and oh my. Match 1 was an absolute banger to watch. The first full series that we have gotten this group stages, and Milosh, SRG losing like that was tough.
I'm just going to say, yes, it was tough, but kudos to Pro Esports for doing this. It's kind of this long-standing story of when will it happen when a Cambodian team is able to fight back in this, and they were the ones to pull it off. A day in MLBB history has kicked off.
Kamera lagi downfall. Belum ada yang kelihatan update stage tuh. Jujur FNATIC juga biasa aja gitu. Makanya gue juga lumayan khawatir.
Champions of MSC is here on a mission. Defend their title and bring it home once again. But as they face their friendly foes, will they serve?
Friendly foe.
Serve or be served. We're clocking that one. A tough fight, but again, it's Team Liquid. Their opponents, though, they have a lot to prove. Please join me in welcoming Aurora Gaming!
No GOAT.
Their performance at M7 rocked the MLBB world, and they've only looked better since then. They might face a tough opponent today, but clearing hurdles has been their single focus on the road to MSC playoffs.
Yes, Milosh, they have met each other countless of times in the Land of Dawn, but as usual,
Land of
only
Dawn
one will prevail. The question is, who is it this time around?
We keep asking the question. We're going to figure it out. Please, gentlemen, Aurora, please, Team Liquid, you may place your keys. You may get ready and shake your hands in the middle. We'll see if they'll actually go for the full shake.
Malas please FNATIC kayak stage 1 win 5. Iya. Kayak pada akhirnya bakal ngecok juga di lower bracket. Jadi kayak udahlah. Kita nggak usah berharap banyak. Jadi itu 0 FS ya tadi gue lihat.
Thank you so much, Rose and Milos. We're back and ready for our second series of the day to begin. The beautiful matchup between Team Liquid, defending MSC champions of 25, now against Team Aurora Gaming, who are trying to figure out if they've brought enough to this meta to surprise the Giants and get over this mountain that has been Liquid standing in their way, Brigida.
And if it's just about
Frost makin hancur.
whatever they have
Kebanyakan podcast beliau.
for us in this series, then I will just not have specific expectations, especially if it's Aurora, you know, because they've been always constantly introducing these more unorthodox approaches to games, and we already touched on it earlier too. The fact that they were probably one of the first to try the Eudora or maybe something else like a Selena later on.
Well, there's a new interactive
Kalau angkat piala Champ 26 baru kita bener-bener kaget.
Happy Rhino.
Sumpah ya Ram,
Check that out
gua
right now.
Toronto,
Many of you
Masters
might be
Toronto,
playing some MLB.
sama
If you
Champs
get a chance, I played a bunch of
Champs
last night. If you're in
25,
game,
Champs apa LA ya?
man,
Lupa
you
gua.
lost. Dang, bro.
Yang intinya kita kalah main RG
Just hold
di
on.
Sunset, terus kita kalah lawan
No way.
PRX
Oh, well, that makes sense then.
di
It was on a throw.
gimana
He
itu ya?
often
Nice
does,
camera.
1v1
Yang Masters Toronto
maybe
itu
he
gua
got lucky and got
marahnya
against
sampai
him
patah aja headset gua.
a day previously.
Anyways, gentlemen, and yes, I mean gentlemen, don't show the notes! Don't show the notes!
Tulisannya woi.
A lot of information. Okay, all good now. By the
That was chicken scratch, guys. I couldn't read any of those notes. There's
Anjir,
way
malah
to
di
pick it up
leak.
on that.
Well, anyways, the unit
Pra,
hero
ada-
so far
ada
has
kamera
been
POV, coach.
45.
Oh.
Ibaratnya
That's
kamera
very
di
good.
sini.
Shout out to Midnight.
Coachnya
Mr.
buka,
Big Brain Man.
coachnya buka buku.
That's his name. That's what
Jadi
we
kayak
call him.
expose
And then,
semua, Cok.
like, every time we
Isinya.
call him, he's like, hey, Mr. Big Brain Man, and then we just end the call.
Wah.
He has been annoyed, but you know what's he
Ah,
gonna
ya, Champ Paris. Bukan. Champ Paris itu.
Truly, Midnight has brought, in some ways, you guys. have
Midnight.
brought the word on the street is that this Eudora pick.
Grabe Midnight.
An answer that Aurora Gaming have worked on with him, and obviously an MPL caster. You guys have talked to him, and I think the word on the street is that this Eudora pick has kind of come in as an answer that Aurora Gaming have worked on with him, and obviously an MPL
Ya
caster.
kan aku udah bilang itu di WA, coachnya Midnight.
Truly, Midnight has brought, in some ways, you guys have talked to him, and I think the word on the street is that
Grabe Coach Midnight.
up being the difference in a tight match.
Yeah, but I think another question is, what is Liquid's comfort right now in the current meta? What have they been working on, and what do they feel
itu
suits
Midnight
their
ya.
playstyle? Because we haven't really seen them perform in the current patch that we're in. The most recent one being in maybe Asian Games, but even then that was a different one. Like you could still see more utility rather than assassins during that time.
Even during that time, it does seem like they were, I would say, trying to grow into the patch to the point where, interestingly enough, they went for a gold lane.
Coach yang lama kemana?
It's just everyone else.
Si Tic Tac ya?
From
Apa
Carl
Daki?
to Sanford to Sanji to JP, all of them were utility to the point where JP was using a healer in Matilda in just protecting Teddy. Though I do have to say, it worked out very well. Teddy on a carry is properly disgusting. But again, different meta. It might be different now.
Sometimes I just want to interject this because I have the benefit of not having seen all of these games that you guys have. So I am coming in with prejudice in some ways as well. The game that SRG in the first tight contest we
T1
saw,
tertinggal 4.
Innocent
Rip
had
T1.
maybe the biggest impact in the gold lane. And I think we focused a lot on assassins, and that can
TLPH
from
lang
experience in some
malakas.
ways, LaFell, be a trap potentially, because a gold lane that is popping off is still a win condition. And if you're setting yourself up for a win condition like that and maybe saying, we'll give you priority in the jungle, but we're going to take something that feels comfortable, is that another route that in these tight contests we might see a meta, start to develop around?
For sure, we have to see in the draft who's going to be position 1, right? Because we've seen
TL lang malakas.
the position 1 being the jungler. All the farm goes to him. He's going to be
Itu
the
coachnya
carry.
mirip Arashi loh,
That's why
sumpah.
we're interested to see whether Team Liquid, the position 1, is it going to be Carl or is it going to be Teddy? Because again, Carl is an assassin user. I want him to be position 1, but that means the draft is going to change quite a bit. And you were talking about gold lane. We're going to talk about Aurora in TNZ. TNZ as a jungler. Even when assassins are not
Katanya
meta,
sih
that guy
TNZ main
popped
beberapa
off.
hero-hero
Maybe
aneh ya.
even when it's not supposed to be.
Yeah, so much mind games. I think we're expecting more mind games here in this draft, but also I just want to note that it's flying clouds, LaFell. Liquid barely lose when they're on flying clouds. I think there was a clean record during MPL even. They had a loss though, I think that was an Asian Games, but other than that, this should be a map that favors them.
Raymond, this is already an interesting opener here where Team Liquid, they're already batting out 2 assassins. They're batting out the Fanny and they're batting out the Ling. So they're not going to be opting.
Gila, mereka nggak mau main
I don't know
assassin.
whether this means they will be
The hell?
using a utility jungler or just go back
Maksa
to
utility,
Lancelot in the jungle. But look at Aurora, they're batting out the Zushin as well as 2 tanks. They ban out the Atlas and the Marcel.
Coming into this, if you're thinking Assassins are
What's
the
the
meta,
prio
you ban
pick
out
right
Fanny,
now?
ban out Ling. Does that mean you're expecting Aurora to pick Hirara here?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's an amazing
Hirara.
first pick.
Hirara,
And maybe
available.
Liquid will try to counter with the Eudora, considering that it's open.
Hirara,
Because
then you
I feel
can
like
go
If they pick
Eudora.
up the Eudora first, then Team Liquid's like, I mean, that we just don't use assassins.
Yeah.
Right? Simple as that.
And you might want to be a bit more careful in terms of revealing their more vulnerable heroes going up against a team like Team Liquid, but they're taking their time. It's not just an automatic lock on the Hirara as opposed to what we've brought up. But
Nice
other
juga,
than
nice
Hirara,
jersinya.
again,
Oh,
the
Freya
Freya
lepas, iya.
So this is going to be the choice, a good flex for
You go Esmeralda here, no?
Now the Hirara potentially picked up by Carl TZ.
Esme Hirara maybe?
But obviously the Freya, a strong pickup for Aurora Gaming. How will Team Liquid respond to this?
And
Yeah,
also this
Esme,
opens up for Aurora.
Esmeralda.
Not only does it mean that you can put it in the EXP or the gold, but also enable a double fighter
Tim
setup
Brass
where
dah lengkap.
maybe you can have like
Nice
a
Tim
Yushin
Brass.
as a hyper carry. For now, Team Liquid shows up the
Yep, Eudora.
and now with the Esmeralda.
So if
as
they wanna
well.
go
So they're
Hirara
asking
here, it'll be
Aurora,
hard.
Pick up the Hirara we have
Hirara
an answer,
here,
but as we
boy.
saw in the previous game, if you're a good Hirara, it doesn't matter that much.
Yeah, and they can still flex this hero
Hirara.
to a different
Sige,
lane.
boom,
If they
boom.
just do not want to face
Belleric.
the matchup head on. If they don't want the Freya into
I
the
don't
Esmeralda
like
and they'd
Belleric,
rather
man. I hate
have
Belleric.
A much more comfortable setup for
JP!
the Hirara that we were talking about goes over to TNZ this time. I think he is likely to be one of the best performing junglers on this kind of hero.
Agreed.
Definitely as an assassin specialist, but even the Belleric. So,
Pinas lang malakas.
okay, now we're starting to see
Yushin.
the idea behind Liquids. It's not a Lancelot
It's a
going
Yushin Shin,
next,
yeah.
it's a Yisun Shin.
Yeah, because I was looking at Yisun Shin as a possible pickup for either team here because I feel like both teams, one of the, I would say, advantages that they both have is they know how to slow
Yeah,
the
ini bisa
game.
di
They know how to
flex
make
ya
it 18
Esmeralda-nya.
minutes, 20 minutes, so you need an enabler for that one. So the Yisun Shin is probably going to be position 1 for Team Liquid here. So Carl should be having a good game knowing Team Liquid.
Yeah, I think my question right now here for Liquid though is, granted the Yisun Shin in the jungle, is it likely we see the Esmeralda still considered a flex and they just opting
Yes.
to go for a different XP lane? Because if they want to put it in gold and just revolve around the Yisun Shin, I think that could be a fairly probable game plan for them as well. Considering that right now Aurora might just go heavy on team fighting as well. It's a Belleric in the roam that you're seeing.
And that Belleric proved to be so valuable on the side of Pro Esports and helped them get 2 out of those 3 games to take down SRG, sending them to the lower side of the bracket. It's a strong matchup so far. Hirara, Belleric, Freya, probably.
What is this, Coach Cam?
Some of our highest picked, also highest win rate heroes.
Kenapa
so
sih harus
far
ada
in this
ini?
game. Haven't seen a lot of YSS, but I mean, you put it on Carl TZ in the jungle, you're
Yeah.
probably feeling confident.
And wouldn't the Lilia ban also suggest that they might want to go for that route?
Yeah,
'Cause it's
have more tanks, yes.
yeah, because if they want just
yeah,
more
yeah.
melee, more close range targets, then they definitely would have to take that out.
Yep. And also, you know, like Lilia is good against a lot of tanks and also a lot of wave clear. So maybe that's also something that they're trying to punish for Aurora, making sure that whatever picks they do have, the wave clear isn't going to be great. And now a targeted ban. They ban out the Selena. And this is one of Rosa's pick where Selena kind of doesn't care about the meta. It only cares, are you good enough, right? A good Selena will always make it work. But now we're looking at Aurora as well. They're banning out the Cho, which is, again, one of JP's best heroes. Other than that, there's still the Matilda, there's still the Gato Kacha, Hilo. There's so many picks that JP can utilize here.
Yeah, honestly, we haven't seen much of the utility roamers just yet. The more support type, healer type roamers.
Aku lagi bikin mie oke.
And maybe,
Met mamam.
I guess next to that,
Sambil
if
nunggu
we're talking
sabun.
JP, if they really
Sabun
want
bayi.
to play around this season, then maybe another revitalized roam would just be next in terms of hierarchy, in terms of their options.
Yeah, the only question is it going to be a Hylos or a Gato Kacha if you do want to go for that revitalize? And now the carry gets banned out as well. So
Carry
maybe
ban.
something
They're
that
still
you
expecting this Esmeralda to
still
go
in case
XP.
of Scary Teddy just go on
Yeah,
that carry. And now the
GK.
Gato Kacha, again, one of JP's best heroes, has been picked up. So looks like Team Liquid, they have adjusted to the meta, but they haven't strayed away from their identity.
That's true. It's still very liquid, like the picks you're seeing right now. It's just, I guess, Aurora that we're looking at for more potential surprises, because we're waiting for their mid lane as well as their potential EXP or
Mid
gold. We're not sure where the Freya is going
Valentina?
exactly just
You wanna go
yet.
Valentina
But
here?
in terms of mid lane options that might just work out for them here.
Valen.
I feel like they kind of need a gold laner because they're going up against a Yi and Shin. Something
Yeah.
like a Claude would be pretty good because Claude's one of those heroes that can die.
Rafaela.
Rafaela gets picked up, so this is going to be Valorant in the EXP. So
Valorant XP Rafaela.
So what, did it go Kimmy just so that they have a long range
Boleh Kimi.
damage?
Kimi or Valier.
This is new
Uranus? What the fuck is this draft? Rafaela mid. Anjir, bro, Rafaela mid.
Rafaela. Oh, this is.
Aurora, coy.
Oh,
What the hell?
Wow.
Otakku nggak nyampe coy kalau kayak gini anjir.
At this point, something that we're not expecting from Midnight. Wow.
What is this? Midnight, what are you cooking, Midnight?
Expecting from anyone. This is. I can see
It's Big Brain Midnight.
It's Mr. Big Brain Man.
Big Brain
Midnight.
Man.
Maybe the utility healer type we were suggesting was something I expected more from Liquid.
Ntar malam
rather than
coba ah.
Aurora.
This is the kind of
Off.
draft that kind of says we're playing for TNZ, right?
Yes.
All the heals, all the peels.
Ya, ini main buat
everything goes to
TNZ
Aurora.
sih.
So who knows? This Aurora might even go for a Sky Piercer, considering there's a lot of heal, there's a lot of crowd control,
Cloud.
and now the Claw gets picked up by Team Liquid. So let me just say this: if Aurora somehow gets a very good early game, Team Liquid's gonna suffer for the fact that Claude needs farm, the Yisun Shin is farm, and
Ini
Aurora also kinda needs farm. So if
greedy
Aurora has
banget
a good early
line-up-nya.
game, Liquid might be in trouble.
Yeah, I'm also worried. It's a very annoying lineup to go up against if you are Liquid at this point. There are just ways to speed up. There's just the Wrath of Dryad that could just catch you and stop you in your tracks if you don't dive in. So
Arashi.
that's very crucial heading into this game.
Lah mirip Arashi anjir.
To our second series of the day, it's the defending MSC champions for MLBB, Team Liquid.
Rafaela mid, bro. What the fuck?
If the sparks will fly as expected, as we send it over to our casters here, Trex
Wait.
and Naisu.
Okay, Renis XP
This is
Bell.
going to be an interesting one. Off the bat, off the rip, Trex after an amazing Series 1 to start off day 2 of the MSC.
Patatas Rafaela.
Draft. That's
Kamu ada nggak
I don't
skinnya?
even know if it's in the field, man. This is so far from what we're used to seeing with the hands of Coach Midnight and Aurora Gaming here. When was the last time you thought you'd see a Rafael?
Skin suster.
It's been
Apa lagi skin suster?
like what? Maybe there was a sprinkle in M5.
My
Maybe we
goodness,
saw a
what
little
the
bit of
fuck
heal
is
then,
this?
But I feel like, I mean, definitely saw some in M4 with all the.
Okay, what's the
utility
build?
too.
Obviously you go photo
Outside of
first,
that, yeah, It's
right?
been a very, very, very long time. I
Ini
have been
Rafaela
worried about
kalah
this.
poke
We're
gak
gonna
sih?
start to see some
Oh,
classic, you know,
anjir.
Uwe in a sense.
Yeah.
Not
With
bad,
such
bro.
heavy assassin junglers coming back, sometimes that is the answer. Sustainability, steamroll, group up, and just power through. But the thing is, with something like Aurora, it's a little different than what you would classically see with that. Normally you see the utility jungler paired up with that.
This is a different flavor, I'd say, but leave it to a team like Aurora Gaming, you know, from Turkey to go ahead and bring this kind of strategy to play. I think that's one of the big things. Even when you look at the emblems, you know, the Rafaela looks to go ahead and obviously have a little bit more on that cooldown.
Impure Rage.
Depending on the build, too, that Rose
Wilderness Blessing,
is what I'm
Inspire.
interested in. You know, what do you build here on that Rafaela
Ooh,
to
weapons
go in the mid lane,
massive.
supplement this strategy that you're going with? And you have a lot of durability here. Some poking for Carl Tizzy and Pagu.
Also, you know, the Rafaela, what you get the revive now? It's been, I mean, it's been a couple months since the revamp on that. It's no longer the big stun on that ult. You get to bring one of your teammates back to life, essentially. So even more sustainability in terms of how long you want to drag out a team fight. The
Do you wanna
target
fight
could
here? I don't think you
literally be
wanna.
anyone on the team, honestly. Anyone on Aurora's side could benefit from that. You bring back the Uranus, you bring back the Beleric, you bring back Siggy Boomer Tienzi. It could all be a good play.
Flicker dia.
Good little flicker burn there. Battle spell down for Sanji off of that. First turtle is going to be up here to second too, so both teams getting into movement for that turtle. One thing I would say, because of the nature of the compositions, expect long team fights, right? I think that's the biggest thing. You're used to seeing really high speed, high stakes team fights, but with these kind of compositions, both sides, and a revitalize for JP, hold on. Speaking of,
Oh, Tienzi, that's clean.
Look at the turtle, Carl Tizzy on the road.
Oh!
Coming out from the side of Aurora. One more shot.
Astaga, Rafaela najis. Loh,
Over
Tienzi
to
mati.
Lunar, but in the midst of that, Tienzi drops.
Langsung hidup.
and there's a respawn, right? So
Gak lama deh
that's what
timer.
we're talking about. That revive is going to play a part, play a role throughout the game here. But yeah, objective secured by Aurora. They're going to go ahead and try to put some pressure on CarlTZ to get his buff, but he's going to go ahead and get that just fine. But as we saw for that last fight, that's what I wanted to point out. You know, JP's revitalize in this sense is pivotal because he needs to extend the team fight for the team. You've got to go ahead and deal with the heals that are coming out from that Raphael pick for Rosa. But not only that, but being able to kind of weave in and out of the fights because of the Belric, being able to, you know, cast that rapid drive, lock down these members of TL, you could get stopped in your tracks, and that's not where you want to be here. So the timing on being able to extend team fights is crucial for TL.
All right, so Aurora, though, getting that first turtle. Even though they lose TNZ, levels still very similar between CarlTZ and TNZ. Sanford able to get that kill. Lunar able to get a kill for themselves. So both the XP laners benefiting from that last fight. But still, we're already seeing how Aurora can just kind of bully TL away in some of those big 5v5s. The only thing they're going to have to watch out for, I think at this point, is Sanford.
Nanti habis air, gas.
Something that he is so good at.
Oi, Dapin.
Does really well. Good item pickup already here for Rosa. Flask of the Oasis locked in, helping with that sustainability that we're really talking about. It's a highlight of this lineup, and
kejadian lucu apa?
Thrown out there, right, with the theory, the kind of theory crafting out there about after this patch. You know, would we see these healing roams pop up? And I know it's, you know, this time it's in the hands of Rosa, but you could think about how dynamic a lineup can be now with the Rafaela, and even, for example, maybe a Matilda mid we see in the future. You know, Estez, of course, still being one of those heroes that comes into mind with this kind of concept. But second turtle is up. Let's see if this one will once again go over to Aurora. CarlTZ is going to make his way, but he might be here a little bit too late for this take.
Yeah, he's not going to go for it. He is going to back off. He takes a lot of damage from Lunar. Gets a stun onto him. JP getting a little vision as well. Sanford not going to fully commit, but Aurora wants to take the fight. A big Mountain Shocker onto multiple members, getting the stun. Aurora decides not to go for this orange buff. They are going to back off.
This is one of those things, Trex, where it's like, okay, Team Liquid knows
Warrior boot.
The play here with this type of, you know, your quad needs to go ahead and build up. You got to get those items here. Good flicker burnt. They have to choose their fights really carefully, and that's one of the difficult things. You can play off the Eudora, that stun that you get packed in. Even the Fork Lightning is great, you know, good for poking, but you're essentially, to get a kill for Team Liquid isn't the main focus right now. They need to go ahead and just let them scale themselves up on this kind of lineup.
You know, if there's a team that can channel patience outside of Team Liquid or some other teams, Aurora is definitely one of them. They're not trying to force fights here. They're getting objectives. They're playing the map slowly. They're looking for the slow burn, the slow kill right now, and that is going to start to scale a little bit. You have the Freya. You have this heal, and the fact that it is a mid-lane Rafaela, not a roamer, that's going to actually start to benefit. She's going to benefit from some of those items and maybe even output a little bit of damage as this game goes on. Team Liquid does have some skill of their own. And I mean, this is probably one of the slowest games we've seen so far in groups.
I was going to say, very different from our previous matchup, but here we go.
Big AOG connects, does get the knockup. TNZ finds Sanji the backside. Not able to get away. Lunar gets the kill. JP gonna be next. Taken out. And
Digiling tahu
a double kill into the hands of TNZ. Aurora take a huge lead 6 minutes in.
And that is the power of this lineup. You saw it right there, the amount of heals, the amount of movement speed. As we look at the replay here from STC, this pressure was around that purple buff. Pagu around, but crashing in under the tier 1 turret.
Lagi MSC season kita.
Members, but then just outlast Team Liquid. That's what
Apa kabar, Mister?
Is for this kind of composition. This is why it ends up working out. You can see the men behind it for this one. This concept is working for Aurora as they get now the third and last turtle of this game.
This is what I mean when I say we are just unpacking the meta.
Yeah.
The layers are still peeling off right now, and we still got a long way to go till we figure out exactly what is what. And Coach Midnight's showing it right now. We have the Raphael and it is working.
Baiklah Mister, lu gimana Mister? Game apa anda ini? Coach duduk doang kagak ada PC. Ada ya, kotak lu. Ini game terbaik untuk anak kecil.
That is unheard of.
Again, this was a big thing, you know, for a lot of people coming into this year's MSC here at EWC 26 was, you know, just where would the meta be? How would the current contenders for that championship and the defending champions themselves adapt to a meta that's quite different, right? Just from last year alone, just from a few months ago for a lot of people. And it's already showing here. Oh, no.
Oh, no escape from that one. Teddy will go down. Aurora looking for new targets now into the mid side. Carl Teasy just wants to get his camps. But Aurora want more. They want to
Namanya Sanford orang Batam. Iya orang Batam dia Mister. Sanford.
a lot of damage on a TL. Into the backside, Aurora able to push.
Aduh. Anjir. TL. What the hell, bro?
On this mid lane.
Aurora is relentless in this game and they'll get another.
Selesai dong. Belum sih, masih ada protection.
I thought for sure they were done, but now they're under attack.
Mereka air di Batam. Damn.
In the face of Team Liquid, in the face of a holy defense.
Nama airnya Sanford.
Man, oh man, who would have thought this is what you'd see in an opening matchup here for Team Liquid, and now they're desperately trying to hold on to the mid tower.
And they're still under at the heel.
Gila.
Is insane.
Gila Aurora.
To the face, they're mortal right now. Can they end it? I think they can.
Anjir langsung mati, Cok.
Down goes Sanford. They're gonna pile on to Carl Teasy.
Aduh, nggak ada minion. Are they gonna wait? Oh, they're waiting. They'll end.
They're gonna wait for the minions. They're gonna make their way slowly here as they put on a show for us. Team Liquid, can they defend it still?
JP and Sanji are up. AOG comes out. Wave of minions comes out as well. Aurora can't fully overcommit. A big stun coming in from Sanji. But they fall. JP, Sanji.
Nah, nggak bisa end. Bisa nggak sih?
For the count. Aurora Gaming.
Anjir, dimakan di depan base. Wah. Wah. Disrespect sih ini. Gila.
They clear things out, but man, the stacks right now on TNZ are insane. And they're looking at
They're just waiting in the middle of the base. Gila, Orgil. Orgil. Pra, what the fuck, Pra. Aurora Turki pakai Rafaela mid 18-1, Cok. Menit 9 udah selesai, Cok. TLPH diobo-obo anjing.
They're smiling about this. This draft again is
What the hell? Gila, Cok. Orang Turki. Nonton LPH. Terus kata Opera, itu tadi mereka mau nge-end. Cuma ke clear wave-nya. Bisa mereka tunggu depan kristal. Bener-bener tunggu depan kristal, mereka TLPH maju dibunuh 1-1. 18-1, bro. What the fuck? TLPH lo digituin, Cok. TLPH ya. TL fucking PH.
What was the time on that? That was under 10 minutes, I feel like. Maybe a little bit more. But
Rafaela mid, coy.
win that. TL never held a clutch on that game at all.
My goodness, if you look at the highlights here from SDC, you can see it. You know, they're just...
My goodness.
It seemed like the switch just flipped, and a lot of that switch had to do for TNZ, and we know TNZ is a...
Main bot Hirara sih enak banget sih.
So many times.
Ada Freya yang mukul-mukulin. Hirara tinggal finishing doang pakai Sky Piercer.
Because I don't, you know, he was max stack early on, and then when they went into the space, you could see Team Liquid just kind of knew there's not much that we can do about this.
Bener-bener ditunggu depan base anjir.
Happening here, so I know the studio has to break this one down. Let's go ahead and throw it over to them to see what they have to say.
Ide gila.
Sometimes there is a lot to say. Sometimes there's just a lot to look at. And that's a 9-minute win for Team Aurora Gaming. And I think that this certainly was a surprise for many of them and many of us heading into it. As we welcome you back to the desk to start breaking it down, we've got Brigitte and LaFell with me. I'm your host, Rainday. And, you know, as we look at this, guys, it was... I think it was really well put by the casters. We expected a win was possible for Aurora Brigitte, but we didn't think this was going to happen.
Yeah, but the draft, I think, maybe made me feel like I was leaning more towards the possibility of Aurora.
Yeah.
Just because of how unexpected, how surprising it was, and how much it countered, or not necessarily countered, but made things difficult for the lineup that Liquid put out.
And Liquid with an 88% vote on your match pick'ems results. So make sure to keep giving us those ideas. Liquid obviously in the majority, but Aurora with that 12% surprise. That's what Midnight does though, isn't it?
Honestly though, like I said during the draft, this is kind of what I saw coming. Two things, because I said that Hirara's going to be position 1, and then she's going to be using Sky Piercer because there's a lot of support. And like I said, with the draft that Team Liquid has, Esme is going to be farming, Claude's going to be farming, Yeast and she's going to be farming. So if somehow Aurora gets a very good early game, there was no chance that Liquid could really come back into the game.
Yeah, the fact that they had to take their time a bit, had to play it slow, we failed to see the synergies that you would expect from this lineup. The way that they would just layer their skills all together, because you really can't expect them to be on the same or at the same place at the same time. They had to take their time.
Very nice, very nice.
Let's say you get to actually land an AOG or 2, or maybe a Falling Storm Moon, and even Sanji, it doesn't matter, because I feel like the damage is not just going to be enough.
I'm still on the
Guys, be right back dulu ya.
This is
I'll
3
be
out of
right
4
back
games that Valorant has
quickly.
won today, and Pagu looked great on it as well. Uranus also really strong, but you're right, it was really the surprise came out with the Rafaela and the Rosa. How did that look for you, Lefel? What was the impact of it? Do you have to deal with it now if that's something Midnight's going to pull out again with Aurora Gaming?
The crazy thing is, it's not just the Rafaela. There are other picks possible, because here's the thing, Rosa still went for the Flask of the Oasis. Once the Flask of the Oasis got picked up, they're waiting for another item, and that was the Sky Piercer coming in from the Hirara. Once they have both of them, the game was over, because number one, there's too much damage from Aurora, and there's nothing that Liquid could do. And then the healing as well as the shields coming in from Aurora, there's too much, there's nothing Liquid can do. And number 3, the draft coming in from Liquid, they don't have the wave clear. They have to wait for 3 items on the clock, then they have the wave clear, because that's one of the weaknesses of Eudora. Eudora is good against heroes, not so much against minions.
Yeah, and the way that they just drafted this and played this was just so you could see TNZ move faster around the map, farm faster, and end the game faster eventually. Because of just the, again, Rafaela and the Belleric just allowing him to do whatever he wants. I feel like that could not apply for Liquid, despite it being a revitalized lineup, despite it being very identical to the Liquid draft that we're so familiar with. This was just a different problem entirely that you had to deal with.
I mean, I think Golden Road, let's not even talk about that. Let's just get on the road. I mean, currently they're stopped on the side with a tire that's flat. They're trying to figure out what has gone wrong. Hopefully they have a spare idea coming into it, because Aurora Gaming have caught them off guard. Are defending champions, trying to go back-to-back in Liquid. Surprised, maybe even stunned, many would say, watching how that first game turned out. Under 10 minutes, and they have gone back in for another 10-minute break. Lefel, you had a lot to obviously say about that, but what can you show us about what went right and what went wrong for both Aurora Gaming and Liquid in Game 1?
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yes, thank you very much.
Brigida, you're on the clock.
Yeah, so for now, we have to go back into the draft and talk about how this really worked out and why it really counters what Team Liquid wanted to do. Because here's the thing, it's not that Liquid drafted wrong, it's just that Aurora, like we keep saying, thank you very much, by the way, and you see how
It's such a good telestration segment. Everyone's cheering for you.
And there you go. Because here's the thing, Midnight, the thing is, he knows Liquid, he can roughly predict how they're gonna draft, so they just draft around you if you want to go.
At this point, you're not even doing telestration. You could hold your mic at this point. Okay.
There you go.
So it's like, what's it?
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, where this is gonna be position 1. By the way, I don't know whether they're angry at me or they're cheering for me at this point. I have no idea. So this is position 1 coming in from the Hirara. And one of the weaknesses of the draft coming in from Liquid is that this, and this needed farm. So if you have 3 members that needs farm, only 2 members can defend. And let me just say, this 2 cannot defend when it comes to the minions. So it became a point where the damage coming in from Hirara is just a little bit too much, and there's nothing that Liquid can do. We're gonna be looking at a clip here. Hold on. All right. So we're looking at mostly the damage as well as the sustain coming in from Aurora. Look at how, in terms of TNZ going in, he is basically going up against 4. Now, usually that's not such a great idea, but what if he just doesn't die? What if he just does too much damage and then there's nothing much that they can do? Because at this point, TNZ has 3 stacks or 30 stacks. Oh, perfect. 30 stacks of Sky Piercer. And let me just tell you, Rainday, for you and for everyone else.
Yes, please.
If you have 30 stacks on the Sky Piercer, you basically can go in 1v3. The reason why you can go 1v4 is because of that heal. We're going to be looking at the clip here and look how instantly that they were able to get this win, and then the Rapid Riot as well as we can see that Sigibum just goes in and destroys the backline. I would say we're looking at the 8-minute mark, but honestly, the second to third turtle, that was checkmate. That was when Aurora already won the game. And not to mention, this is Flying Clouds maximizing Rosa using this Rafaela, where on the passive you can revive one of your teammates, and now with the Flying Clouds you get onto the stage much faster. So thank you very much, Brigida. That's basically the Telestrator.
That was good.
It was a very short game, but perfect execution coming in from Aurora, utilizing the strengths of their draft and the weakness of Liquid's draft. And again, shout outs to my boy for holding the mic. You did a good job even though you forgot to do it.
Hey, I still did a good job.
Hey,
she was interpreting what you were saying too.
Yeah, and remember how you
She's
were...
the banana, I'm the potato.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh wait, actually that does work.
What?
You're going off.
I'm back, Zar.
I don't know where that...
He's got
God,
too much
bro.
screen time, guys. This is getting crazy.
Yeah, I feel like everyone wants Brigida. So you want to talk?
Okay, Rainday. What I say?
To me?
Oh, yeah, I was saying something before this, but remember how you were asking us on our thoughts on whether or not Aurora are actually capable of doing it this time around. And we were both on the same page that yes, there's a chance, and
Oi,
might
Lavin,
slightly
kenapa?
be leaning towards that. Game number 1, I think
Oh my god, bro. What the hell is happening?
Our expectations
T1
for the
kalah,
series, but
LPH
again,
kali kalah.
this is Liquid, and mid-series adaptation is nothing new to them. Let's just hope that there does come significant adjustment, because I do agree that was a draft that demanded so much and was really difficult to pull off.
And it's kind of rare that we've seen this in this tournament so far in our first couple of days, where
Kulitnya bagus banget, kulitku kan? Nih, kulitku bagus banget.
You're like, whoa, I was not expecting that.
Mana got-gotmu? Hah?
And they might have realized that.
Mana got-gotmu yang kamu banggakan itu? Dibantai Rafael Amit. Dibantai Rafael Amit. Oh my god.
You have a chance to win, and if you do that, well, Liquid might have realized that, hey guys, we have to wrap this one up. Let's do our best, but we need to come into game 2 much more prepared, because
Hirara harus di-ban sih.
do not win here against Aurora.
Kalau TC nggak bisa main Hirara ya?
Sent to the lower side of the bracket, and that means
Dia ban Vanilling kayak udah kelihatan nggak comfortable gak sih?
About the Liquid Stampede, at this point we gotta talk about the Aurora Avalanche, because look at how much they just charged.
Mana Guatmu masuk final nggak?
They were an unstoppable force of nature.
Nggak apa-apa, yang penting gua nggak setim sama orang-orang yang kasar dan rasis.
I guess so.
Yang kalau kalah tuh nggak terimaan. Besok kayak siapa? Gua nggak tahu. Gua Sabtu Minggu.
Oh, I saw one.
Oh, you saw one?
I saw one.
Oh, cool.
Maybe 2 stations away from our hotel, but there are horses.
All right, we'll ask the camera crew to follow us for us to ask the horse. Do you like or dislike snow?
But it does snow here, so they should be able to.
I still haven't experienced snow.
I same, but it nonetheless it doesn't make it
Minggu pas
easier for the horse. So again, we do have quite some questions heading into this draft, even if it were on Flying Clouds, it did not necessarily work out for Liquid the way we expected it to be. And I just can't help but think
Expanding Rivers,
during
Flying Clouds
that moment
again.
wherein they brought out the Rafaela, there were just a multitude of options that we were considering. Maybe something along the lines of the Louis, even if they're just talking about wanting to go up against compositions that are forced to group together, but instead they do it with a completely different approach. And that I'm really starting to like from Aurora, the way that the big brain
Coachnya mirip Oheb, coachnya mirip Arashi yang sebelah.
So it's gonna be a task right now.
Tuh kan di ban, ban Fanny, ban Hirara. Tuh lihat, Nael bahkan sampai bilang loh, top jungler MSC itu TNZ. Jadi TNZ kayak agak sus banget tiba-tiba dibilang TNZ. Berarti dia udah nge-scrim sama TNZ gak sih?
As for second and third, I put Carl TZ and Kyle. Those two are interchangeable.
I mean, like, based on that early performance, hey, you know what?
Fedora ban, oke.
He's right.
TL kalau berani you can pick the link here. There you go. Oke, Carl TZ link. Show me the best jungle is Realium. Realium siapa? Kraken. Udah gak mau main sama gue lagi, Kraken. Kayak Valentina ya, super safe. Atlas. You go Akai here, no? Akai +1 kalau mau save bisa Cloud. Balearic. What is it with Balearic, bro? Oh nggak bisa Akai, sorry. Akai Rom is bad. Balearic oke lah.
In that game, SRG against the Balearic didn't do enough.
Yep.
And so this is something that Aurora's trying
Kameramu
to say. We
kegedean.
like the idea. We think we can execute it better. We'll allow the Balearic to go through and grab the Atlas now that it's available.
Apa yang bisa kalian on Valentina di mid?
Third pick about to be chosen for Team Liquid, trying to get on a good start here.
I gotta say, Brigitte, I
Maksudnya
don't
seru
know
ya.
how Aurora is gonna make this draft crazy. Already showing you Rome.
Cloud ya kan bener, safe Cloud.
Well, I guess Valentina can go to the EXP
Cloud
depending on
pick.
certain matchups, but I don't know how Aurora is gonna make this crazy. My only question is who's gonna be the jungle because the fan
Jungle-nya udah
as well as the Ling has been banned. Those
cut
are the
banget ya.
top picks in the jungle. There's still the Nolan, Yisun Shin, the Hayabusa, all
Masih ada
in my
YSS.
opinion,
Hayabusa
quite viable.
kurang.
I'm just not entirely sure which one they're gonna pick up because before this, going up against the Ling.
Kenapa pada nggak pick Alpha ya?
I would like to use the Hayabusa, but the Hayabusa is a little bit different now, shorter range, so not as effective as before. It's still strong, just not as crazy as before.
That was the hero to at least match the Ling ever since. It was always been the Hayabusa Ling matchup, but considering right now that it will be much difficult to get out since
Dusun udah nggak Prayo. Udah nggak. Pakito, good pick. Sebenarnya masih Prayo, cuma kayak masih ada pick-pick lain yang lebih penting gitu loh. Sekarang orang-orang lebih prefer kayak ngambil Link dulu first pick. Atlas, tuh, Prayo. Cusin sebenarnya lumayan safe lawan Link, cuma sekarang buat mid lane lain tuh pada ngepick Valentina untuk jawab Link tuh kan masih di ban juga sebenarnya. Cusin itu udah nggak first phase dia. Soalnya Valen kalau di ulti Link tuh kayak bisa dash. Terus dia juga bisa nyuri ulti Link. Jadi kalau Linknya ulti dia bisa ulti balik. Buat safety, buat engage juga bisa. Uranus ban, Esmeralda ban, no? Ini Balearic masih flex sih sebenarnya. Esme ban?
still on the board.
They're banning the Uranus. Uranus is an EXP laner. Pakito is known as an EXP laner.
Oh iya, kenapa ya?
Does this mean this Pakito is a flex? It could go to the gold or to the jungle?
Honestly,
Pakito
Griff against
gold.
Aurora, I don't know anymore.
Hey, you know what? Big Brain Midnight. Big Brain Man Midnight. BBMM. Big Brain Man Midnight.
Okay.
He's trying, man.
Okay, he's trying.
The rule is never to do math live on broadcast, and that was close.
I mean, you
to
don't
it.
have to be smart to be an analyst. You just have to be confident.
Gord ban. Okay.
Okay, even the board taken out.
Kita takut sama Gord ya?
Yeah, that's interesting. Why the Uranus?
Ben Moskov gak sih?
Bans here.
I feel like it could go to the jungle.
So you think a Pakito jungle was?
Or gold.
Oh right, gold might be because the way that they're not
Iya, ini
banning
masih
out the
flex.
Esmeralda.
Fuck, this is so hard.
Might they consider having them both?
Iya, mereka sengaja nggak ban Esmeralda. This Pakito is flexible, bro. What the fuck, Midnight? You so smart, man. Okay.
Of course, the sense is tingling, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it to ban the Esmeralda. It's not like Esmeralda. Actually, no. Esmeralda could still do good against Liquid's lineup here. It must be so difficult to
Ya, dia mikir nih, ban Esme atau ban Moskov.
It makes you overthink.
Ben Esme.
Have you overthink Esmeralda ban?
Oh no.
Your overthinking has helped them out.
Gila.
We're all overthinking right now.
Do you like to overthink?
You
I
go.
don't want to, but I'm forced to.
Ya, Moskov bisa last pick aja sih emang.
Right now because of what Aurora did
Okay,
in
so
number
this
one, and
ya jungle-nya
so Liquid,
apa ya?
hopefully it's not too much of being reactive that we're getting to see from them
Ke
right
ban
now.
sama jungle.
Because
Lance masih bisa Harley.
the first 3 picks look solid, but the Harley. Okay,
Okay.
in a way, an assassin.
Yeah. Magic assassin.
Magic assassin.
Not as great
Fuck,
as
this is
Ling,
so
but still
hard.
serviceable for sure. So now Liquid after seeing that,
Kalau Yves juga
they
bakal
know this
mati
Pakito
sih.
is not gonna go to the
Apalagi
jungle,
mid
so
yang
it's either
safe.
gold lane or EXP, but I gotta say that has to be an EXP Pakito because if they don't have a
Jeten udah
marksman,
nggak laku ya?
imagine
Jetian.
even if they win so hard, they're not gonna be able to push. And pushing's kind of important to end the game.
Yeah.
Do you like pushing?
Oh,
the game?
Valir juga bisa sih sebenarnya di sini.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Valir,
So you need a turn
TLPH,
pusher.
Jetian Valir.
A Brody or a Moskov. Either Brody or Moskov
Terus
should be good here. More for the Moskov.
2 picks coming up from Liquid.
Valir. Cetian ya, Cetian. Why not? Arlot. Oke, Sanford Arlot, let's go. Banyak stunnya juga with Valorant and all that. Just go Moskov, no? Safety. Brody sih kayak masih make sense, but the last 2 picks I don't really like. If you're gonna go Brody here.
I like the Moskov. I like the Moskov too. I feel like
Moskov is super safe.
Yeah.
Brody
Just scale for late game. Soalnya mid game bisa digendong sama Pakito sama Harley-nya. And you have 2 side lanes. Barats? What is this?
wow.
Pakito God kah?
Where is it going? Like who is who?
Wait, sabar.
Maybe a
Astaga.
Rome?
I feel like I need therapy after this.
Or XP? What?
God lane Pakito. God lane Pakito. What the fuck, Pra? Apa ini, Pra? God lane Pakito, cok. Tadi Rafael mid, sekarang God lane Pakito. What the hell?
I've heard is a good counter towards the artist. So maybe that's just a lane matchup kind of thing.
Gila, Midnight.
Maybe.
Harley jungle.
Midnight is cooking, bro.
Pakito.
Oke. Ini aku gedein.
Aurora Gaming doing
Aman gak sekarang?
midnight
Cek.
things. My goodness, this game, this series has not disappointed. Let's see if game
Midnight
2,
sedang memasak, bro.
Aurora Gaming can close it out and
Chef
send
Midnight.
our defending champions of MSC to the elimination side of the bracket. And for now, with the call, it's Naisu and Trex.
Here we go. Team Liquid Philippines needs this
Enak banget tuh
game.
Indomie
They want a
bau dong.
draft to be able to do that, Trex. But again, it's Aurora Gaming with a little bit of flexibility. Another interesting draft from Coach Midnight as well. What do you think of this one? We saw Barrett's go XP lane.
Rip coin.
yesterday.
Rip coin.
Meta go into the hands
Astagfirullah.
of Team Spear yesterday, and it worked well.
Yep.
Pakito
I'm not
Go.
counting it out at all for Aurora
Barats
right now. I don't
XP.
think this is
Baratnya bagus sih
extremely
buat pegang
surprising.
link.
Yes, it's a little offsetting
Sekarang answernya
because we're
tuh
not used
ke
to it.
link tuh
We
Barats.
have seen it worked, and as I keep on saying, there
Mostly.
are a lot of layers to the meta right now.
Nih, this link will have a hard time, man.
You know, Carl TZ using the Ling. This hero alone has made waves already in the current meta, but now in the hands of someone as skilled and as prominent as Carl TZ.
Tapi ini artinya bagus dong, itu Aurora
This is
Turki.
already some rough pressure though.
Hero poolnya bagus banget, Carl TZ harus heal.
A lot of damage on Carl TZ.
Regen.
He's left his lane just for the
Okay,
in-game.
flicker out.
Use a flicker. A little bit damage on Sanford. Sanford flickers as well. Everyone backs off.
The early damage though,
See
man.
how much is needed to go ahead and protect that early pressure in the jungle.
Nanti izin coba ya, Pra.
Even when the chain is
Kita
here.
working.
Look at the pressure.
Pakito Gold,
The stun
Rafael
by
mid ya.
JP goes down. Pagu gets it.
Oh my god.
Just not giving up.
First
They're not giving up,
bloodnya.
man. They're also going to take more. Take another camp here. TNZ is pretty relentless right now against Carl TZ, and this is one of the things you kind of expect to happen when you pick a hero like the Ling. We've seen it in the likes of even previously in our previous match where you go in the opposing Ling's jungle, you put pressure there, you take what you can, you slow him down. And so for Team Liquid, they have to go ahead and supplement that. They have to support Carl TZ. He's not really in shape to take this first turtle, but if somehow Team Liquid Philippines can secure it, that kind of stopped the bleeding a little bit here. But look at this, the lockdown again.
Another stun lands on a JP. JP is going to take a second death within 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Aurora Gaming with over 1,000 gold lead, and they haven't even taken the first turtle yet.
Trex, this is what we're seeing here is just the amount of front line that this lineup has that is just helping TNZ with all the space. They continue on.
The grab and nab, the pull back. Sanford going to try to vengeance through. Re-engages. JP unable to
Mati Sanford.
still falls.
Ini kenapa early game-nya bagus
Yeah,
banget?
maybe he should have just disengaged there. I'm not sure if what the move was there, but still it's Aurora building up on that lead, continuing to put pressure on all sides of the map. And this whole time, again, Sigiboom has just been able to go ahead and farm up on this gold lane. Pakito, you know he's going to hurt when he starts showing up to these fights. And so far, when that next turtle comes up, it's going to be really dangerous here. They continue to try to delay.
Crop dikit kameramu nutupin gold.
These buffs. He needs to be able to go
Nih,
ahead and catch up.
kita
He's
sekecil
2
Mirko
levels
deh.
down right now against TNZ.
Tuh, udah kecil, seberapa kurang kecil apa lagi tuh?
Deadly magic on
Mirko dia kalau stream kecil banget soalnya webcam tadi.
everywhere right now in the Sats is looking clean. It's bulky. Lunar continues to land.
Bub ini udah kalah sih, Bub. Ini 2-0 sih TL sih.
To get those pushbacks.
2-0 Aurora, sorry.
Again, this is just really smart drafting, but then just excellent.
Early game Atlas Barat menang tuh udah nggak bisa ngapa-ngapain anjir. Lihat itu Sanford.
They have stopped the stampede in its tracks essentially. Now for Team Liquid, if they want to get back into this game, they need to start making some plays happen here. But the question is, Trex, where do you do that when your jungle's this far behind? You know, you have a Zetian who essentially is able to go ahead and give you some vision.
Zetian.
But if you're choosing these fights that you can't win, it's going to further delay you.
Baratnya nggak peduli.
I think again, they find themselves in this situation of game one where it's like, do we wait a little bit here? Do we try to scale up into this game?
Lunar is going to go back to base here. And I think, yeah, Team Liquid at this point, they kind of have to. You got to look for Teddy to get some gold. Luckily, he hasn't gone down. Carltese as well hasn't taken a death. He's lost a purple buff early on in the game. It's why they didn't try to contest on that last turtle. They know that they're a bit behind right now. Not even just a bit, it's almost 3K gold. Will they even try to fight for turtle number 2, honestly?
With that retribution, doesn't look like that's going to be the case. So this turtle will go in the hands of Aurora. Right now, it seems like the call is, yeah, just wait. But hold on, Teddy could be in trouble. Luckily, JP is here to keep him secure. Turtle's
Clutch control.
Where's Pagu going to go? This is the best thing that Carl can do, though. Push that bottom side, get some extra gold, but there's a fight.
Not just a fight, a big fight.
Ah, okay, that's bad. Oh!
Look at the fatal. Look at the damage. Sanford trying to venge him through.
Sanford! Sanford!
Picking it up, but will eventually drop a double kill before taken out by Siggy Boom. Well, this is happening.
Oh, this Atlas is having a field day, man.
They're trying to even the playing field.
Hey, Trex, as bad as things
What
were,
a fucking game. I love MLBB.
That was a great Fatal Link setup. As we look at, well, we got a chance to look at the replay here.
Nih. Itu udah bagus banget sebenarnya kombonya, cuma boom, bada bim bada boom. Banyak layernya sih. Cetian ult, Valorant ult, atau sebaliknya. They can't clump up, but still. Same goes for TLPH. Apa sih? Apa sih TLPH? Apa sih? Ini goat kamu, ini goat-goatnya. Ini mah goat kambing. Ini mah jagoan BMR ini, jagoan BMR nggak sih, bro? Jagoan worker Mandala ini, jagoan worker 827 juga sih.
Team Liquid out until after the first Lord, at least in my book. As long as this gold lead stays around 2.5 to 3K, TL will always have a hand to fight with. I'm still waiting for that big moment for Carltese to pop off, though. He's been
Carl cuma bisa farming. He's gonna need to wait 2 items.
Look at the damage. Does come down onto Lunar.
Ayo, Atlas ayo. Woi! Aduh, menang tapi TLPH. Let's go back. Okay. Chill. Calm your tits. Sanford nih, bos.
To set things up, but it's still Aurora. They take down a tier 2 turret. They're finally going to lose the turret in the mid lane, but Aurora now needs to be a little more calculated. They put themselves in that position. They know an Arlot's there, so they got to watch out for that. And so little by little, TL has brought themselves into a position now where maybe they can actually get a turtle, unless still it's that call of give them this one. Let's just get ready for that Lord. JP is going to give that information. Sanji's here as well. They don't want to get caught out here. Carltese's not even a part of this though, as he wants to push down.
Mas annoying banget sih. Yeah, someone needs to match the link tempo.
Looks for more map control.
Kalau mau Moskov sih.
Liquid have dropped that gold deficit down.
Kapan lagi gold lane ngejar link? Oke. Siggy Boom. Sanford.
Double kill for 40. Maybe a triple over the hands of
Siggy Boom.
Unofficial, but still able to
Siggy Boom. Okay.
It is a brawl. It is a bloodbath. Aurora and TL.
Bayangin TLPH dipaksa main brawl kayak gitu.
Oh, Sanford. Okay, there's not much more I don't think he can do here.
Oof.
Just trying to clear this wave out, but he might take a couple. Sanford shut down.
Beautiful shut down into the hands of Siggy Boom. The guy is a monster right now. 5-0.
Pakito gold lane-nya 5-0 pra.
Man, look at this. There's the
Off
replay
gak sih?
process by SDC. Look at Siggy Boom.
Pakito. Iya, Pakito gold lane. Pakitonya 5 kill.
Right on target. Again, the bleeding was staunched a little bit.
Sky Piercer kan aja nggak sih per?
But it's just that case of we're playing from behind. If your team Liquid Philippines, you have to be able to make these happen.
Hilang Kaltizi.
Gets taken down.
Aduh, kasihan banget LPH.
I gotta say, Sanford's had some great plays, but there's also been a few times
TL-T-nya True Reapers ya.
A little too long, used a few too many vengeances. Look at Pagu here, hanging out in the bush. He's gonna finally show himself and back off. But they gotta watch out for those angles because Aurora's been so good at attacking from all sides.
Collapse.
Finally gonna be able to take this tier 3 as Pagu zones away Teddy. The tower drops, JP will drop as well. The Deadly Magic should be able to finish it, but no, he gets the health back. Teddy with a blazing duet as Sanford jumps to the backside. Aurora kind of in shambles.
No damage gak sih?
Shows up as well. Tempest Ablaze comes down. He takes out Sanji. Carl Teasy still unable to get a kill though.
Oh,
Terrifying a double kill into the hands of Rose.
so clean.
Has their number.
Great team fighting from Aurora Gaming there. They knew the plan and they stuck with it. Again, this final slash was great, but also the Blazing Duet wasn't able to get the efficiency it was looking for there from Teddy. TNZ with the fancy moves here to try to stay alive through this all, and he does. Just, again, the fighting
Kaltizi no damage, Kaltizi no damage.
has been refined from the last time we saw them play here. And my goodness, they're making it look good.
Aurora's making it look so good, saving the Terrified, all of those little micros. And the thing is, it's not just the small fights that they're winning, they're also winning on map placement. They have the whole package right now.
Trex, this is insane. Look at across the board how
Lihat
much of a
gold
lead
lead-nya.
they have, but especially Siggy Boom. You mentioned it, 7-0 and
87.
4. He's up nearly
2900
3,000
anjir.
And that is not where you want to be. I mean,
Anjir, iya lagi lowernya wih. Pra lower bracketnya pra. Kalau TLPH kalah di sini. SRG TLPH dalam lagi. Final ini dong, final MSC tahun lalu dong berarti.
And you see it in the hands of Siggy Boom like this. I mean, where do you start if you're TL? Who do you focus on here? And I think that's the biggest thing. That's why it feels like the Aurora Avalanche, man. It's coming right at them.
The force of nature itself at your front door. Tower will drop.
Rip koin. Koin. Halo koin. Halo koinnya Ubub. Halo Ubub my koin. Koinku sih tadi SRG 1 kos, tapi koinku nggak banyak loh, Bub. Kenapa ya? Koinku 0. Tadi aja aku mau guess harus beli pakai diamond. Rip koin. Makanya diambil di mana?
It's more of just kind of a stall there as the rest of the team backs off. Still no inhibitors down. TL hold the defense.
All right, you have to start looking at where this could turn over on its head. 6,000 right now. That is a big lead to hold against a
Kasir time zone. Oke, kita ke time zone.
They did it in game 1. They're doing it here in game 2. And it's still looking the same. Again, where do you start if you're Team Liquid? Well, that Lord coming up in about a minute might be something, but do you take that risk? Do you take that gamble to go and just try to make that steal? You know, what we've seen before in the hands of Lings, where you can go in and get that miracle play, that miracle retribution.
I think with the fact that they do have all of their inhibitors still standing, TL could maybe let this Lord slide. They do have some decent ability to defend and
makin aja tuh nggak akan udah makan. Justru Americano paling aman untuk GERD, karena aku di MPL juga ambil Americano.
You have the Wrath of Dryad, you have the Final Slash. They have a lot of defense measures.
Trex, this is how far behind Teddy is currently. The Crow Society.
Astagfirullah. Lihat.
See that Trinity locked in. I believe he's got the Trinity now. If we can take a look at the items, but you know, 12 minutes.
Kaltizi. Damage delta lebih tinggi Atlas.
Minutes behind right now. So that's the big kind of
build-nya agak semi fighter ya. Apa semi tanky gitu.
Even if he comes through, does he have a defensive item to withstand what Aurora Gaming is throwing at him? Yes, you mentioned the Wrath of Dryad, that's a big thing. But maybe
paling aman no
you
caffeine, no
go for
nicotine.
one more defense. You have a
No calf, no nick.
that you can play around with if you have to.
Nickelodeon.
Welcome's used up here.
Denno's welcome does lock on along with way to the boss.
Alah.
Siggy Boom.
alah. 9-0 brother Pakitonya. Abang Karl mau ngapain Abang Karl? Kalau gini menjadi adek Karl lah.
And get ready to approach the base of Team Liquid again. Again, this has been a really rough one for Teddy, the gold laner of TL, but just the team as a whole, because again, your firepower, once it's taken out, it's mainly into that quad. Carl TZ might be able to help too, but he was also delayed, so just as a whole, across the board, Team Liquid has been playing with their backs against the wall. So Carl TZ will cut the waves for where he can, delay this Lord push, and wait for the rest of the team to be up here.
Hayo. Hayo. Hayo. Wah.
TNC gets the final hit. Carl TZ got too deep in enemy territory.
I've never seen a boxer punch the sky like that. My goodness.
Aduh Carl TZ, aduh.
Picks up an immortality 9-0-5. And now here we go.
Ini gotnya diobok-obok ini kayak Ronaldo di World Cup ini kayak Messi lawan Spanyol ini mah.
20 seconds still for Carl TZ to be up here, and now Aurora Gaming with a 10,000 gold lead will look to end the series in a sweep.
Aurora Gaming looking to end this.
Oh.
Fatal Links does lock on to Sanford to place a duet.
Di tempat
to do
tuh.
everything they can to defend, but Aurora Gaming have locked on the base.
Gila.
And the Stampede has been stopped. What can they do against
Gila 2-0 Aurora. Gila.
the champions?
Pro Esports 2-1, Aurora 2-0.
Take it 2-0.
Gila.
Tough loss here for Team Liquid. And the cavalry around the world right now seeing this, but I think it's a wake-up call once again for all the teams that are eventually going to be facing up against Aurora Gaming from Turkey here, because man, what they're doing and what Coach Midnight is doing with this draft.
Midnight sih.
How do you
fucking
prepare for this?
smart,
Who would
bro.
have thought we would have seen this today? In the nature that it did,
Diam semua nih fansnya.
and everything else, again, phenomenal execution here from Aurora Gaming. As you look at the highlights from STC, this was a game they had control on, and it all started in the jungle, putting pressure on that Ling of Carl TZ, and they didn't let up.
Beautiful.
Some moments, like you said, from Sanford to try to alleviate the situation with the final slashes, but just fell apart by being too far behind across the board.
This just goes to show that this is probably one of my favorite metas we've ever been in.
Oh yeah.
The amount of picks that are viable, not just picks, but strategies that you can approach every single game with it.
Si Rende masuk lineup game sebelah. Game sebelah apa?
We've seen all the possibilities, and we've seen something where normally
Sebelah mana?
these picks and it's like, is it a cheese or is it actually viable? Because this looks viable. Aurora Gaming.
It's just
Damn.
speechless, man. I mean, I think a lot of people that have been tuning
W
into
Rain
this,
Day.
you know, the hundreds
Oke sih dia nge-hostnya,
of people
rapi.
online watching this,
Bagus
they have a
saja,
lot to say
bagus
to
banget.
about, but we
Bagus
gotta
sih.
go ahead and throw it over on stage with Rose to hear more from Aurora Gaming.
This game has absolutely left everybody speechless. Aurora Gaming with a 2-0 up against the defending champions TL. And of course, right now with us on stage, we have the one and only Rosa. Hello, how are you doing?
Ya aslında gerçekten şu an kelimelere dökemiyorum yani yaşadıklarımızı. Sonunda gerçekten o laneti kırdık ve yenmeyi başardık ve çok mutluyuz açıkçası.
It's hard to put into words what I'm experiencing right now because I really feel like we finally broke that curse. And this has been a great winning for us. I'm very happy.
I agree, because if we look back to 2025, you know, you guys got eliminated by TL in both MSC and M7. Do you feel fulfilled in this, what we call a revenge matchup?
Yani aslında evet, hem SRG ile hem de Team Liquid ile karşı sürekli loz aldık ve artık onları gerçekten yenmek istiyorduk ve gerçekten bu sefer iyi hazırlandığımızı düşünüyorum ve sonuçlarını da görüyoruz bence bu sefer.
Mama Rosa.
Yes, that's correct because we previously lost to both SRG and TLPH. But we really did our best to prepare for this game, and I think we have seen the good results as a result of this preparation.
Yes, now let's talk about the preparation, because in game 1 we saw a very interesting pick coming out from the side of Aurora, where Rosa actually played Rafaela mid, and he's currently laughing at that. So tell me, first of all, what made you guys pick Rafaela?
Ya aslında ilk patch note geldiği zaman Rafael'in yediği buff'ları fark ettik. İlk olarak support oynanmaya başlamıştı ama Assassin metasına geri döndükten sonra oynanılmaz bir hale aldı ve ben düşündüm. Yani mid olabilecek bir şey vardı ve scrimlerde denedim 10 maç gibi ve genellikle hepsini kazandığımız için ve güvendim ve aldım. Böyle oldu yani.
So I saw that there were some issues at the beginning, and based on also what my experience was during the practice games, during the scrim practices, I saw that I could have this possibility. That's why I also put it into use here, based on the practice games that I previously played.
Okay, Rafaela is a very interesting pick. So Rosa, tell me, will we see anything else that is interesting in MSC this year for Aurora Turkey?
Aslında birkaç tane daha sakladığımız bir şeyler var ve şu an göstermiyoruz, hala var yani.
Yes, we have more tricks hidden up our sleeve. We are keeping them close for the moment. We are not sharing them.
Okay, I love that. You know what? It's very rare that I see Rosa on stage all smiling and all laughing. Congratulations on that well-deserved win. And now we will throw it back to the studio to break down what happened in this insane matchup. Back to you guys.
Well, Rose and Rosa, what a great interview there. And one of the only people who has gotten Rose to kind of be like, okay, that's good. Those are good enough answers, and we'll move on. And of course, surprising the entirety of the MSC MLBB viewing community, I think that will do it right there. It wasn't the first time, though, Brigitte, that Rosa had come in with some tricks up their sleeve for the first game. Selena
nggak, belum ketemu sih. Cuma main di Kiev dulu.
This player who has really shocked a lot of us alongside Aurora Gaming likes to show up.
The Thorn Queen, right? The Thorn Queen, and now you have a Rafaela to add to the list of unexpected picks that they are just capable of playing around. And again, I think if there's just one word, it's shock. Like everyone was just shocked at what Aurora have brought to the table, at how they played against Liquid, and it just seems
so
like they
clean
were
though
the
from
better team to
Aurora.
adapt
Oh,
to the
contender
current meta
definitely.
based on this series alone.
And honestly, like right now, hey, it's nice to be siblings, right? Somehow, some way.
Apa cross? Cross apa?
We'll talk about it a little bit more later. But look at this, 18
Apa cross?
to 8. To simplify what happened is, Aurora, they won the side lanes and they immediately go into the jungle and basically made it so that TL could not farm at all. We saw a very fast rotation. First rotation, they saw, hey, Carl's down at the bottom side or the orange side of the map. And then we saw Wooting leaving his lane, goes into the jungle. And then like, yo, Carl's going to the purple buff next.
Enggak, bisa. Kalau Onyx kalah, Onyx kan nggak bakal kalah. Tapi Aurora ketemu Onyx sini menarik sih. Ini Onyx ketemu Aurora nih. Nih di sini nih. Oh my goodness.
I feel like the fundamentals has to change just a little bit. They have to catch up with the times.
Yeah, because the way that they played it seemed very, very fast. Whereas Liquid, it felt so slow.
Sunport tidak bisa percaya.
Very slow pace.
Sukar dipercaya.
Draft, a slow start, and it's always like that.
TNZ.
They're also forced to play that sort of game. Simply because, again, even in game number 1, even in game number 2, they've always picked up very scaling lineups. So it's like they had no other option but to play this slow game. But at the same time, Aurora are just not letting up. They're not allowing them to slow things at all. And
they are cooking.
They just had 2 fast games against the defending champions. What a statement. What an opener from Aurora.
Yeah, it really was an amazing showcase of what Aurora came to do, which is to upset the top dogs. But also, it's clear that Liquid have had people have their eyes on them, and they're going to come prepared. So this next game, you'll see them play in the lower side of the bracket. It's going to be go big or go home. Unfortunately, for Liquid fans, you're in that situation. But fortunately, you do have another chance to go back to the drawing board and set yourself up for success. LaFell, let's break down what happened in that game between Aurora Gaming. Yep, you can get your co-star there to help hold that mic for you so we know exactly what they can take with them after a loss that was so shocking.
Well, first of all, again, with Aurora, we have to talk about the draft here, where honestly, that draft is pretty interesting, but again, everything makes sense because we got the pick of, I would say these are the
Oh wait, hold
Oh
on.
my! Oh God!
These are the strong picks here because they are lane winners going up against the Claude as well as the Arlet. They pick up the Barrage to fight against the Arlet, and they pick up the Paquito because he's a good pick. But also, quite interesting here where Brigida was talking about how they wanted to scale up. Well, 1 scaling hero, 2 scaling hero, 3
scaling heroes.
Right, so that makes the game just a little bit slower, where when we see the Paquito as well as the Barats just go into the jungle, she can't do much to protect. He can kind of do something to protect, and Arlet kind of help, but not really, because all of his flickers keeps on, you know, being used quite early. I mean, eventually we did see it work out as we look at the clips here, right? We're going to be looking at the first clip where this is one of those situations where it looked like Team Liquid is able to do something, because we saw Aurora where Aurora, they tried to engage later on. Unfortunately, it was missed here. We're going to be looking at this one instead. Yeah, so this is where we see why Aurora is good in this one, because I got to say, this looked like a botch engage. It really did, because Purifies was used and etc. And then it looked like nothing could happen. But having TNZ here as well as Sigiboom close to rotate as well, we'll be seeing Sigiboom flanking from behind, making it so that it doesn't matter if the engage is botch. My microphone keeps on getting lower, by the way.
See how flexible you are, man. You know.
I'm flexible. We're going to be playing the clip here, but TLDR is that even with this botch engage, the fact that there's such a big difference in power makes it so that it will always work out. Sanford, big props to him. He still tried to make a losing situation. Oh my goodness. Losing situation, a winning one. Guys, you guys don't understand.
It's a core workout, what you're doing right there. You're flexing the bicep. You're holding this core position.
Okay.
Brigida's just staring at the camera.
Hey, you know what? Here's the thing.
Having her own mini show next to you.
We understand, okay? We're the siblings here. You know, I'm from SRG, you have Liquid. I lost, you lost, now you have a mic. I wore red, you wore blue. It looks like we're cursing it right now, so I think the best idea is for us to get off the panel.
Probably to leave.
Yeah, I think so.
Even though I'm sad to let you guys go, and you both look great today. I think you're just, you know, this has been a lot of fun. But yeah, every team you've rooted for.
Has it been a lot of fun, Rayman?
Well, you know, let's not go too far. I mean, I was being nice. You don't have to push me on that. No, it's been more than a lot of fun, guys. Always a blast hanging out with Brigida and LaFell. You'll see them later on in the show. You'll see them even here in a little bit as well as we start to close out, wrap this amazing
It's Onyx time.
We just saw.
Nick Onyx. Vamos.
Take down your defending grand finalists and winners of 24 in Selangor Red Giants, and then Aurora Gaming take down Team Liquid, your winners who were in the grand finals last year. So everything that you could expect to go differently has gone differently. Onyx and Entity 7 coming up next as well. The winner of that game going to play the winner of this upcoming match, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And make sure, if you have a feeling where that's going to lean, get your pick'ems in. You have a few minutes before we go live with that one. We're going to change out our panel in a moment, get ready with some new casters, and get ready for those new teams. So get your pick'ems in now to see if you are right, whether you think it's going to be Onyx, is it going to be an 87? Let us know. In the meantime, I want to let you know that if you've been seeing some cool skins in-game from some classic games, it's no coincidence. Street Fighter and MLBB have a crossover you do not want to miss.
Human body was built to move, not trapped at a desk in one singular posture for 12 hours a day. It's time your chair evolves.
VLPH is cooked to the core. Onyx bantai ngasih nih. Terus Onyx ketemu Aurora. Tadi padahal Onyx ketemu TLPH itu bisa banget.
Round one.
He can come in here and play my game. He knows nothing. Let's go!
Tyler Wine, you're done.
Raw energy. Blow the house down.
The Mid-Season Cup at EWC makes its third appearance, and for the first time in MLBB history, the prestigious stage arrives in
Midnight anjir.
Awaiting the 25 teams from 15 regional qualifiers is a monumental $3 million prize pool and crucial club championship points. MSC opens with the group stage, where 15 qualified teams and one team from the wildcard qualifier will be split into 2 groups of 8. Both groups will compete in a double elimination bracket, where 2 wins secure a spot in the knockout stage, while 2 losses send teams home. The top 4 teams from each group will advance to the knockout stage. More unforgiving than ever, the knockout stage puts everything on the line. In this single elimination bracket, teams will clash in a best-of-5 series throughout the quarterfinals and semifinals. For those denied a place in the grand finals, one final battle remains, a chance to secure a podium finish and claim an additional $100,000 in the third place match. Here, one moment can change everything. One mistake ends the dream, one clutch play creates a legend, and at the end of it all, 2 teams remain. One final series in a best-of-7, all for the grand prize of $1 million. One chance to rise above the rest. Who will become legendary? Who will prove unstoppable? 2 champions, 1 game. This is MSC at EWC 2026.
Go Onyx.
2 major upsets at MSC 26
bentar banget ya.
already, and our third series is a banger as well. We're about to jump into the second half of the day at MLBB MSC here at EWC 2026. My name's Rene, and I am joined by a new panel with some familiar faces. Mirko and Renmar.
Ada Mirko.
joining
Oh,
me
dia
here
gawe.
because it was a scintillating morning, to say the least, Mirko. Some results that I don't think anybody could have planned.
No, nobody. I mean, I went in today with SRG and TL both winning in my books, right? I just want to say, though, in that win, TL Page versus Aurora, say it with me now if you know the meme. Midnight, parating, handa.
Always ready is midnight, is what he said.
Yeah.
It's translated from Filipino. But yeah, no one could have expected this. And it wasn't just because
Midnight
of the results, but because
parating.
of how it happened.
Yeah.
What picks came out. Surprising is an understatement. Sometimes I'm still pinching myself to check if I'm still in the right reality, and we are.
We are, somehow. Even with the Doomsday trailer coming out yesterday. Yeah. Everyone is still realizing, is this real? Is it not real? What am I in? No, you are in that maybe one reality, a Doctor Strange kind of reference in in-game, because this is, to me, what this tournament is all about, though, Mirko. The meshing of styles, and in the early 2 games where you have a double elimination, this is why. Because some styles are clearly proving to surprise even the most veteran of our competitors.
And it's just crazy to see, again, a Rafaela in mid, some of these crazy bombastic picks show up. I mean, these are some of the picks, at least, we've already seen in scrims. You know, we talked about it backstage on how we could actually work, like the Eudora, the Barats, but still seeing surprises on day number 2 after I thought most of the crazy meta picks have already been shown yesterday, especially by you, Vamos, is still crazy to say.
Yeah, and just when it looks like we've stabilized in our understanding of what is meta now, suddenly here comes yesterday Team Spirit, today Aurora Gaming. It seems like the meta setting trends are coming from EECA and Turkey. which is crazy to think about. It's the first time in history that that's happening. Usually other regions outside of the big three, outside of Southeast Asia, are following and just slightly adjusting. But for them to actually set what is crazy and what works, that's cool.
And it's been pretty dominant, I would say, from both of those games. Pretty dominant, pretty early. We're going to find out if that continues as we head into our Series 3 of 4 today. In our Group B, the Group of Death, for those just joining us, is what it's been named. The reason, every single team in this is a champion, except the one you're about to see. Onyx. However, they fell short of MPL Indonesia championships. They are no stranger to hoisting a trophy at MSC. In 2019 and 2023, they were champions, and they look to add a third to their name.
Udah mulai hilang warrior cutnya.
This is where it gets a bit confusing, right? Because if you look at Onyx, if you look at their players, and you look at the meta, at least yesterday, you'd think this is going to be a good meta for Onyx to perform in. But then if you see the Rafaela mids, you see those double fighters, you go back to asking the question, is Kelra good on fighter gold? Will Kyrie even get his assassins after all those bans that we saw in the previous series? And will Entity 7 pull yet another upset? Because the pattern is, it's an upset day, bro.
Yeah, they might just be able to. My question for Entity 7 is, were they walking in with an alpaca stuffy? Oh, because if they're walking in with an alpaca stuffy, then they're my goats now.
You're E7 now?
Yeah, I'm E7 just because of the alpaca stuffy. No, but I'm excited to see what they have in store for us, especially with Hydon Bush in the jungle going up against Kyrie. We know Hydon Bush loves the assassin pickups.
You mean Hideon Bush? I'm
It's
just kidding. We already corrected that earlier.
You know what? I think let's just make that the real thing now.
Hydon Bush, Hydon Bush. We'll find out. It's going to be a fun one, and hopefully we'll see some meta continue to change. Taking a look at Onyx roster.
Onyx.
For a third MSC. Even though they didn't come in winning the league.
Sup G, what's up Campo? How you doing, brother?
We had a chance to catch up with Kyrie heading into this match today.
Ini bukan game lu ya?
We're now here with the
Kyrie.
Bonjour, Kyrie. How's Paris been treating you?
I think it's been good here, and the weather's so nice here.
The weather's nice.
Yeah,
it's not hot anymore, isn't it?
It's very cold here, actually.
It is very cold. And you're wearing a jacket even.
Main gila.
Yeah.
Is that why?
One of the reasons.
One of the reasons. But Kyrie coming into this,
Gua tas-tas pakai busa zaman dulu anjing.
You know, I think
bermain lu ya.
on multiple international stages and
Lu nggak tim handler po di EWC po? Lu bukan tim handler ya?
a tough time early on. Is that going to be the same problem here today?
Hopefully not, since we prepared for so long for this tournament, and yeah, actually the meta is good for Onyx right now.
It's good for Onyx right now. Okay, could you explain why?
Gak ada budget mereka anjir. Bub. Lihat combo Bub. Lihat combo Bub. Tuh lihat tuh.
Actually, the assassins.
Udah berani dia ngomong gitu tuh.
Onyx is one of the most aggressive teams, so hopefully we can show it today.
You can just say that you're really good at assassins, you know. It's fine. You don't have to be humble.
A little bit.
A little bit, I guess. But personally, do you like playing the assassins or do you like the tanks more?
We go wild this weekend.
I already practiced tanks before the tournament.
Povi lu 10 hari itu 1 hari di sana.
Using assassin, so I don't really have much choice. No.
So who doesn't give you the choice, Kyrie?
The meta, actually.
Oh, the meta. Oh, it's not the coaches. Is it CW? Or
Both
Paddington?
of them, I
Both
think.
of them. But they're nice to you, right?
Yeah, they are.
Okay, just making sure that they're nice. But earlier on, you said you had preparations coming into this and long preparation. What particular preparations was that like?
Just like how we usually practice in scrims, and we
Got
always
humbled
try
in under
to
5
use
seconds.
strategies, so
Exactly,
not really, yeah, there's not much difference.
Oh, okay.
Nggak kan lo harus jadi tim handler Kyrie.
Do you have any message maybe to
Lo harusnya tim handler Onyx gak sih?
I just hope you guys support us, and I hope we can show you guys a satisfying match.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kyrie,
Thank
and of
you,
course, good
Adriana.
luck to your next
Thank you.
match. Throwing it back to you guys.
Rinmar, I mean,
Kyrie ada swagger gitu ya. Tim handler Eterna bego. Dia butuhnya personal assistant berarti. Emang lo mau jadi personal assistant?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he'll be all right. It's built into his DNA at this point to be able to rock out with assassins. Almost every international, he has at least one great highlight you can point out to with whatever assassin hero that he ends up with.
And when we start to look at just the way Onyx play, it's aggressive. He likes that early tempo, but that's been working, Mirko, for every team that has pushed it. They've been successful.
Oh yeah, and again, I mean, when it comes to just playing that game, Kyrie, no stranger to it. He had his big break at M3 when it was the assassin meta as well. Unfortunately, unable to crack the Upish track of those two guys right there. But he's really good on assassins, man. Really, really good. I think that's the only time where we see an Eterna interview with a player who just stays the same. Like nothing changed from Kyrie. It's still just Kyrie.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we were trying to see, is he going to blink? He wasn't blinking very often, looking into the camera. He was solid, ready to go. And of course, you're going to need that if you're going to take on the LATAM representative here that they're going up against in Entity 7.
Hide on bush.
Obviously, getting here has, in some ways,
hide on bush. Bisa-bisanya hide on bush itu nickname-nya Faker anjir. Smurf account-nya Faker.
An early run to get here to MSC, and we'll see if they can continue it.
Hide on bush.
Had a chance to look at the road to what it took to get here for Entity 7 before they now play on the stage in a few minutes.
Ada interview sama mereka ya?
Yo me uní a Entity 7 en esta MST Amber Season 1 porque acá
Entity 7.
Después fui con Shin y Hidden Bush. Este roster es similar a
Hidden
la
Bush.
M7 con Black Sentence.
Black Sentence.
Com a junção que teve da América do Norte e América do Sul, eu acho que elevou o nível das duas regiões em si, porque a gente não se jogava junto contra. Eu acho que a América do Norte é uma região bem forte, inclusive tem players que já ganharam.
Emang kenapa Poco?
Então elevou o nível de todo mundo e a gente consegue chegar mais preparado para jogar o stage internacional.
Parado. Parado. Norteamérica.
Avance porque creo que deberían por parte de las organizaciones hacia los jugadores, como también apoyarnos más y dejar de
apoyarnos más.
Nosotros porque al final somos una región y hay que apoyarnos mutuamente.
A última vez que eu joguei em evento internacional foi o M5, acabamos não indo tão bem, mas eu acho que deu pra pegar bastante aprendizado, pegar bastante experiência internacional de evento presencial. Eu acho que dessa vez vai ser diferente.
Hello, brother.
Bro,
did you, man? Gila sih tadi itu match Aurora demi apapun, so crazy.
It's not close. I would go as far to say they're not the same level.
Would you say that's obviously that was midnight cooking, right? And like the Aurora players just executing it so well. But do you think TLPH is out of form?
I don't think it's TLPH out of form. I think they've actually played decently to almost come back at the second game. Well, almost is doing heavy lifting.
Well, game two it was, yeah, game 2 was, there was hope, like via Sanford.
I think it's not just Midnight, man. It's just the whole team building something together. Midnight is just the catalyst.
Clearly the strongest LATAM
to be honest,
they have their own meta for the longest time, no?
BTW itu tadi ya, yang di game 1, like the Fanny and Ling ban by TLPH, that was pretty telling, isn't it?
Fanny and Ling ban, the game 1.
Yeah. Terus tadi Hirara, like they just let go the Hirara, I don't know why.
91% of the people
I forgot, like TLPH blue or red?
TLPH itu tadi kalau nggak salah red.
Now that the two matches before this already concluded, I feel like these Pickham's predictions, you know, put a bit too much pressure.
But the link for Calties is not that bad though.
I think it's the same.
Yeah, it is not. The Paquito flex though.
I think it's one of the better link that we've seen so far, to be honest.
It's a guaranteed
just a bit too late.
Domestically for
yang tadi Paquito flexnya bagus banget.
Oh man, the Paquito is amazing.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna come back, but the Paquito doing heavy lifting, like just micro-wise, is amazing.
That's true.
Entity 7 saw anything from the previous matches and are now considering
they were taking their time in that last ban, TLPH. Do we ban the Moskov or do we ban the Esmeralda? And they banned the Esmeralda, thinking that they would go Moskov, and they try to handle it, but then they went for the Paquito gold lane. It's insane. Lucu banget Kiboy manggil Sabila Kak. Kak Sabila. Aku aja manggil Kevin Mas. Mas Kevin.
Is it giving them a little bit of hope looking at the results today so far?
What the fuck? Mas Kevin. Mas Kevin wis mangan ta? Durung. Sampun telas. Sampun telas. Oh, sampun dahar kulo. Wes bengi ra turu Mas Kevin.
Roto mengko ae, roto mengko.
Kowe koncoku ra?
Ora.
What the heck is a kilometer, bro? That's a good one right there.
What the heck is a kilometer?
I know a kg is like what, 2.2 pounds? I'm getting there. All right, guys, it's time to get ready. Our third series of Sonic versus Entity 7.
Lu kalau ngomong sama orang tua lu pakai bahasa Jawa gak?
Yes, my friends, our next
no.
game is up.
Indo.
That's Indo and like light Jawa, like the soft
today
Jawa.
seems to be the day of
So
upsets.
when do you use Javanese?
My eyes just could not believe it. Aurora, Team Liquid?
With my friends, I guess.
Oh, but you can speak Javanese fluently, right?
Watching that game go down.
Yeah,
Wish
I
we
guess.
lost.
I guess.
You
Not too
get it.
fluent.
Crazy, but you know what's gonna be
Just
crazier?
conversational, I guess.
This match tree that we have
If you told me to
today.
write a
Ladies
paper in
and gentlemen,
Japanese, then
what time
I
is
don't think I will be able to do it.
日本語勉強してるけどちょっとだけ喋れる
ちょっとだけできます。ちょっとだけできます。日本語
ちょっとだけできますとちょっとだけできません
できますできます
できますああそうか
そうですねそうですね
どこで日本語を勉強してた
アニメです
アニメですあーすごいすごい
すごいすごい Do you think Onyx will lose, bro?
Nah, it'll be the cleanest 2-0. No.
2 upsets already.
Well, Cambodia, Cambodia, that was just unexpected. But like match 2 kayak Aurora emang dari dulu contender gak sih?
It is contender, but definitely not on TLPS level, no? At least in the past tournaments.
Well, yeah.
Still unexpected, bro. Especially with the gap. I can see them winning 2-1, but there's no way 2-0 like this. There's
That Rafaela mid though, so smart. They were playing for TNZ.
And of course, to our captains, don't forget your little handshake or a fist bump. You know what, Milosh? This game is honestly so exciting.
Wait, Kibo is captain?
Amount of upsets and surprises that we've had
who is it?
today.
Usually.
I thought for the longest time it has been like Sans or Kyrie.
Nah.
Get alright.
I don't think a Filipino import will be a captain unless it's Pelosi.
Match in that handshake.
Okay, listen,
Check DMX.
Fastest rock paper scissors match I've ever seen.
There is a positive to take out of that, right?
Oh yeah, aku
The
udah
worse
lihat.
you are at social interactions, the better you are
Ardis
in game.
Varenik.
I believe that wholeheartedly as well. One of the great things about this setup here is we just get to see the unexpected again and again. We've seen it 2 series in a row. We now have a chance for Entity 7 and Onyx to go toe-to-toe. And of course, if you want to check out 2 champions and 1 game, you can check out the My Champions pick. Pick your dual champions.
Di Kopinoha mabar MSC, emang iya?
Scan the QR code.
Kamu tau dari mana?
5 winners with 10,000 diamonds each, so make sure to check
Oh
it
shit,
out.
there's a cafe next to my kosan, right, Chefin?
Diamond prize available and live
There's a cafe next to
until
my...
July 27th.
Lah iya bener. Di Kopinoha.
All right, Mirko, before the draft, what's the
Ini bu.
vibe here in the building? Is it that like upset?
So Onyx is holding a watch party for MSC, literally next to my kosan.
You know, one better than the other. You have that feeling. I think it's in the air right now. It's in the atmosphere of the arena. I think the fans are feeling it as well.
Oh yeah.
Entity 7, they walked up with crazy aura as well. They've got the confidence. Seeing the 2 upsets, I think they're going to be bringing
Wait,
up
who the
something special too. I
fuck
think they have a
is
lot
that?
of things cooked up.
Yeah, they have to. Previously, teams from Latin America have explained in
Eh,
international
ay anjir
tournaments they want
posternya.
to play a little
Who
bit
the
more
fuck
or
is
so
that?
much closer to the Southeast Asian teams, or the Southeast Asian teams being put on a pedestal. But if there's any moment to tell your
Bro,
team,
CW is so
maybe it's
buffed,
time
anjir.
for us to look into ourselves
Ha-
again
has he-
and
has he been gymming?
remind ourselves of what we can do uniquely. What does our region do uniquely? Then bring that. It seems like this MSC, you are definitely rewarded for playing your own style,
Sepi
playing your own
tapi.
game. And it wasn't just even
Hello, Chefin. Hello, Chefin.
we saw that.
Exactly, you know, sticking to your identity, really bringing out
Boy,
your strengths, right?
Chefin.
And keeping your weaknesses all hidden. And I think for Onyx, that's a very good approach as well. I think for the longest time, a lot of the criticism sent to Onyx would be they're a bit too sporadic.
Yeah.
They go a little bit too improv in the drafts. If you look at CW and Yeb, none of them bring notes up on stage. So they're very improv, which is great in this meta. So we'll see
Welcome back.
what they can cook up as well.
It seems like there was also, from Rose's side, just speaking of him picking up the Rafaela. Like,
Literally watch party Onyx next to my kosan, bro.
and that type of adaptability.
My girlfriend says she can hear like people shouting it's Onyx time.
Difference in this meta that is, would you say, Renmar, it's fair to say, it's still kind of being found out?
No, why? Why would I?
We're getting close to hitting the ceiling of the meta,
Pra,
but
di Kopinoha lagi nobar Onyx.
3 or
Onyx langsung secara resmi ngadain Cuk di sebelah. Si Marta denger di kamarnya, it's Onyx time teriak-teriak. Ini praposter atau apa?
From MSC 2 years ago brought out Team NIP Flash, and they were able to make it work then. So I think there's still enough room, but we're just about to level out, especially with the rise of Barretts and the EXP lane brought out by Team Spirit.
Kopinoha cuy.
That's true. That character.
Kopinoha go to Paris.
Doing a lot to help.
What? Kenapa Jeff?
Pas lu di mana? In the gold lane.
Kos gua di dekat Binus.
That too, yeah.
Fighter heavy composition.
I don't know where that is.
Surprising people going.
It's in west of Jakarta.
We need something. How are we going to pressure?
Okay.
But when you win the game so fast, the pressure's already there.
You know the bukan unwritten rules sih, tapi kayak there's a rule in MPL ID kan, Chef, imposed by the referees. Players cannot lift their feet atau sit in like cross feet pas lagi drafting phase. They can only do that when they're in game.
So it just comes down to who's better
Makes
on
sense,
the
no?
assassins.
Because they still got some camera time when it's drafting phase.
Yeah, but Kelra just lifted his feet.
Straight up. Yeah, but we do know that we still have the.
Oh, look at those bans! Look at those bans! Wait, they banned Esme. Do they want to go Paquito first pick?
Oh, maybe it's not here.
So I think we're still gonna go into the
Cloudbot.
Freya,
I think.
Freya. Lepas dong Freya.
I feel like the Cloud might have been too much.
Yeah, I agree. If they go for the Hirara first pick.
Oh yeah, Hirara.
Hirara, yeah.
Oh, Marcel, yeah, I forgot.
Oh yeah, Marcel. Udah banyak banget yang available.
That's right.
Pick your poison, Harith.
I believe, yeah.
First
it's always been
pick.
banned out. The Harith prio is quite interesting.
Yeah, I feel like this is Entity 7 looking at Onyx comforts and going, yeah, we're just gonna pluck them away from you, which might lean towards the danger territory that I don't want them to go into, which is to look too much into Onyx and try to deny. Hopefully this still leans towards their playstyle. I mean, we look at Doom.
Phovius. Deny pick nggak sih itu Phoviusnya, ya nggak sih?
Just a few months back, meta from 2 to 3.
It's more of a deny pick because they picked up the Harith.
You pick it up. You don't have to worry about the Freya showing up here because it's gonna be up against the Phovius. But who knows? Maybe Onyx might put that up in the gold lane. I don't know anymore. What is this meta? What year is it?
Atlas, Valentina, Esmeralda band on the side. And you saw the Claude lane.
Paket Phovius lane-nya gimana, Chef? Do you know?
Taken away. The Hirara picked up.
Hirara available.
For Onyx, we've seen her have such an impact. I mean, it's scary to go.
Do you wanna go Eudora here?
Because
Eudora
should be very, very scary. Anybody that walks up is going to get completely bursted. And the
Yep,
fact they're
Eudora.
The fact that they picked up the Harith after seeing the Marcel means that they are
I'm back.
very confident they can stop the Marcel from getting a golden hour on
Holy
the
Phobius.
Harith, right? Because like at
I
this
thought you was
point,
dead.
I think we've
Ada Kenbo di
gotten
sebelah,
accustomed
anjir.
to Marcel's really wreaking havoc to a Harith
Nggak, tadi gue bilang itu Phovius deny pick nggak sih, Chef?
Yeah.
Because like they picked up the Harith.
Denying for Lutpi or
For Lutpi, sama kayak they picked up the Harith. So like with the Phovius, you know, you're more safe gitu.
Oh, okay. I guess.
Wave.
I think it's mostly because they don't want to go. They want to go for something that can punish the Hirara because they know Hirara is coming.
Yeah. Well, yeah, multiple dashes and all
It feels
that.
like Entity 7 is playing the latest meta, no? I mean the previous meta.
Yeah, the previous
with his
meta.
picks.
It wouldn't surprise us now if we see something different and interesting. These are the picks that have kind of thrown.
I want to see Kyrie's Hirara though. We haven't really seen much.
But you know what they say, the best and the most well-laid plans.
But every time I tune in,
TNZ, I don't think you can top that, bro.
well, we are yet to see Kyrie.
Lutpi would be up to play his.
Yeah, you know, every time I tune into Keller's stream, it's always him playing Fanny. I mean.
Eve, you get the strong crowd control, the damage should be good.
There's something better that I think Entity 7 needs to ban out. The Esmeralda is still up against the Harith, against the Phobius. Oh my.
First ban by Onyx.
Yusun Shin.
It's okay.
I'm not caffeinated enough.
We're not used to seeing it on that side.
Yeah, that early on.
Yeah.
Yusun Shin. All right, so what about the Uranus, right?
Yusun Shin's good against Hirara.
Find a lot of success in
At least you can on-farm it.
They banned it out, so
yeah. Stop it.
You can't really fight it, but the kiting is decent. You can get away. Good vertical jungle.
Oh no, let's take that out.
You don't have to go for objectives if you play Yusun Shin.
You just farm to late game. But Yusun Shin's late game juga not the best.
I think the glue is a very good shout as well for XP.
Yeah.
For jungle, it's really good.
So if ever that's the case, then maybe Entity 7 would like to hold on to their jungle pick for last. You pick up their roamer at red 4, just so
Phovius Paquito lane, how does it pan out? Lu tau gak?
Utility jungle or not. But then with the
I think,
damage up of Harith, I think
mostly
Defensive will be
obvious,
okay because they
especially
need a
after
little
level
bit
4. But before that,
Too
though,
much magic damage and radiant armor.
it's more of a skill matchup. I think Valorant is pretty good here for Entity 7 now.
Assassins available right now.
Valorant.
Assassin, it has to be one that's on.
I don't know, man. I don't like Valorant.
It's very different, and every
It's-
other assassin should find.
It's too. It's almost like a padang, to be honest. It's too reactive and like it's only. It's like you're playing a Uranus. Tama si. Okay, you're just on the back line, just doing your own shit, just to distract the enemies.
The fact that Herrera can save herself from getting comboed by the Suyo.
No. Oh, which pick you're talking about?
Valorant.
I didn't catch you.
Valorant.
Reason to pick up the glue now.
Oh, Valorant?
Yeah.
Then you round up the draft.
I don't.
I can see where you're coming from, but the sustain is much better.
And well, yeah, and then you can learn to vitalize, right?
No, I think it's the Moscow.
Yeah.
Moscow's just safe.
Yeah, Moscow's good. You know you're up against the Eve. You can approach it from all angles. But here we go.
What is it with Barats? Well, yeah, to buat nakapasasins, yeah, but
Herrera isn't that much of a basic attack hero, so I think
Granger.
What the heck?
Granger.
Oh, they're playing the Harith Granger matchup.
Harder basic attack, but I think
Yeah, I know, but like still, like it's first time it's Granger. It's
Yeah.
interesting. This Barat's actually pretty good, no?
I mean, they can't
Especially the only thing that can actually kill you is probably the Eve.
Is there
Yeah.
something that stops it right now, or do they need to pick that up still on Entity 7
No
side?
shred so far.
Right now,
I texted. I played a Granger Harith matchup and I got completely destroyed. And then I texted Coach Do, right? I asked him,
He has been
Is
pretty
this
dominant so far, I will
is this
say.
skill issue or is it a bad
You destroyed by
matchup?
the Harith
Most
or
of his games, although
I got destroyed by the Harith.
It destroyed
No,
the Harith or
no,
destroyed
no. I was playing Harith
Oh,
against a
it's
Granger.
Aurora Gaming by
I was playing I was playing the Granger
Granger wins.
against the Harith. Wee, shit.
adding to the unique hero pool scene. So
I don't
far.
like that.
I think they added 2 or 3.
Yeah, what the
I don't like
heck?
that.
All right, we're just seeing surprises. The
I agree.
Granger,
It's
get
it's
you.
very
Strong
it's
side. The chip here
I don't know.
is
It's very tricky because you need battle ready heroes and you don't really have much. Maybe only the Phovius. The Harith needs to scale. The Suyo needs a bit of farm.
Yeah, usually you don't want to see 2 Piercer holders together. I think they're just
For me, it's
confident
mostly
enough to
because
just
Onyx
block it
kit
onto the Herrera, and then the
is
Granger's just gonna be
built
peppering
for
everyone from afar
a
anyway.
reactive kind of
You have some
gameplay too.
strong
Like
front
the
liners
Golden
with
Hour,
very
Kirara
decent
is anti-CC
damage,
all
so
the
they have a
time.
good
Barats is
damage
super hard to
spread.
burst.
Yeah.
Dora is ready with the stun.
The map here
I think
because
the only
team
one that
fighting
can
might be
actually
difficult.
That one
punish
too.
immediately is the Granger.
Is going to
Yeah.
take this one over Entity 7.
They don't know who to
Still think
kill.
so after the draft?
Ako diyan ka Noah sama siapa bu?
Was right as we
Kamu
get
diyan ka
over
Noah?
our casters to
Sama
kick
siapa?
off game 1 of our 3rd series of the day.
This 3rd series is going to be real interesting. Looking at the way this draft is going to play out, it feels like there's answers on both sides. The real question
I'm only
and the
watching
real
this match,
test
yeah?
is when
Next match is
they
kind
hit
of
the
a
land of
snooze
Dawn.
fest.
First interaction,
What?
how are they going to play this out nicely? Because the way that
The next match is kind of a snooze fest. I'm only watching this one.
The same can be said for
Well, yeah, this is my last match juga buat malam ini.
said, it's that first portal that's going to make the
Okay,
difference.
Yeah, the chip.
Nextnya abis ini apa ya?
It's just in a weird place right
Young
now. I
One
feel like I almost
Oh yeah, GK ya, yang GK. Hey Chefin, but you represent GK nggak sih?
a lot of damage early on. Oh,
Wish!
What do you mean represent BK? Because
Ya
it's
kan lu
Geek
nge-cast
War.
MPL main lah.
already going to Onyx to
Oh
start
yeah,
things
yeah,
off.
yeah.
Oh man, that was that.
Throwboy apa kabar? Sekarang di mana Throwboy?
Forgetting that Eudora, especially with Superconductor,
Falcons mana ya?
used fork lightning cooldowns, especially
I
when it is
forgot.
empowered here.
I don't keep track of like the lesser regions players, bro.
Lesser regions.
There's too much players.
Yeah, damn.
It is lesser region. Like, do you wanna say I'm wrong?
Yeah, this is something
No,
that they can
you
continue
try to say
Going
that.
back on the chip pick, we'll have to see if they can utilize this. The shortcuts, the portals, like you mentioned. Again, you don't see him picked up too often. It's him and usually
See,
the
look at
Louis
that.
that can play that macro
It's
level.
normal when you're
kind of,
playing Harith and getting
style of
dominated by
gameplay.
Granger.
And Chip, if
Before the
utilized correctly,
the
can do a
spams.
whole lot here. But with a Marcel in this setup, the mid lane, that's what they're going to go for anyway.
Yang handle Aji My Friend. Oh. Ini game apa namanya Mas? Ini nama gamenya MSC Simulator.
Good for Entity 7 to get things going.
MSC Gaming 2026.
This is the fact that Item Bush understands that, hey, despite not being level 4,
Wait, so the Granger wins against the Harith.
in the lane if I catch you off guard. Especially
Yeah,
since Sans
before level
very
4.
visibly used
Or
this
like before the
flicker in lane.
spams.
Now Kelra kind of
Apa tadi lu nanya apa, Chef?
fight for now, but he wasn't going to participate
What's
in
the
upcoming
Indonesian version of
turtle
Mobile
anyways.
Legends? I forgot.
Yeah, this is one of the things.
Legenda seluler.
Only picked a couple
Legenda
times
seluler.
so far.
Legenda
You know,
seluler.
this is going to the hands of counter. Obviously,
Stupid shit.
very comfortable on this hero, can
Sounds
make it
so
work.
stupid,
But you know, I think that's the main thing too. You know, the decision between who gets the Sky Piercer, most likely, as the panel mentioned, Hirara here, you know, you got to protect still Kelra on the Granger. He's got the range to work with, and yeah, I kind of agreed. Maybe a little bit stronger of an audio attacker here, where he's got to rely on the Rhapsody shots, but it's all about positioning, and we've seen it before from Kelra. First turtle up though, that's already gonna get started down. RWO drop down, Loot B gone, and now Akashi gonna get shredded
still
through
fight.
here.
Keyboy
so
has 4 in a second.
Turtle's still up, Keyboy. Almost level 4, will have that golden hour available now. They can play around this sense, going forward with a flicker.
My
There's
god, the gap close for Hirara is just insane, man.
Yeah.
As Kyrie picks up a kill for himself.
And what are you gonna do when you run to Hirara?
More importantly, they understand that he's about to get level 4, so there's no point risking it, even though Kyrie does have a level lead on to hide on Bush. At this stage of the game, right, we're thinking about lane advantages, and from top side, we're probably not going to see much go on. It's a sandbag on that side. Kelra, he's got to be really careful. As long as that flicker is down, if he pushes himself too far forward, if Doom gets a Zaman Force directly on top of him, he can kill him in that lane, so he's got to be careful for that.
What I want to see from Entity 7 here
Still
is
no
just
turtle
playing around
take.
their strengths, which is really, you know, real-world manipulation. We've seen this so much with the Eve pickups. Kyrie sees, he's like, hide on Bush, I see you in that bush, I'm going to go for this anyway.
Yo, Fadlan, thank you.
Yeah, they're not losing, bro. They're not losing.
Yeah, they're not losing this. This is easy. Fadlan, thank you udah gabung jadi member W Fadland. Happy graduation. Tembakan happy graduation kapan kita, Fadlan? Tembakan happy graduation.
Any iframes at that point. Kelra now getting an early Sky Piercer is great. The question is whether or not he's going to be able to participate in the very
What's the
first fight
requirement
here.
subscriber
So far,
for membership, by the way? Is it like 1K?
1K, and then you gotta have like minimum hours watch gitu.
Just a top priority pick right now. You're seeing it in action in the early game to be able to set things up in this manner. And also
So then what's the win con for E7?
Jungler like the Hirara in the hands of Kyrie is something that you can make
Got a
work
good
so
catch
well
with the but definitely asking too much.
They don't have like the instant burst gak sih with the chip? Ah, udah selesai, cok.
They went in.
What they going in? What the hell? Wih, masih maju dia anjing.
Oh, we need to time it out, bro.
Oh yeah. Hey yo, Mr. Realize, let's get that motherfucking emo. Tengok pra, ada yang chat pra. Inisial Paulus Franciscus Sitorus 1332. Hello Mr. P. Kita malam ini emo ya Mr. P. Aku satu win lagi udah immortal Mr. P. Oke Mr. P. Don't fail me. Vamos.
Oh my god.
What minute are you in,
How scary that amount of damage can be. That
08, 09.
Yeah,
10,
we're synced.
12. Okay.
Oke. Pra, terus ada yang balas pra. Oke, aku bikin min 2 dengan Rafaela mid lane. Makasih ya Sans. Makasih ya Ubub Sans. Is this cooked, Chevin? Is this over?
Yeah, it looks over already. Look at that Kelra.
Look at the combo. Oh, udah.
Why would you teleport there, bro? Oh, it worked out.
No, there's no way. Oh shit, they have chase.
I don't know how Hirara works, but so far it feels underwhelming compared to TNZ, bro. Legit.
Well, and like you have two combos, right? You have the immobilize and the invulnerable, and then you have the first one where it bursts forward, and then you have like the 2 dashes you can control. Jadi kayak nggak tahu sih, kayak gue tuh nilai Hirara tuh kayak like the way I judge a good Hirara, jujur agak sulit to differentiate sebenarnya in like the highest level, because the impact is almost the same.
Dia berani dive or not gitu nggak sih?
Dia berani dive, dia tahu limit hero-nya, and most importantly kalau misalnya behind, what does the Hirara do? Does it attempt like a Lord Steal in like a 50, jadinya 50-50 fashion gitu? Misalnya nih lu 80-20 tiba-tiba Hiraranya datang jadi 50-50 kan? Dan gak cuma modal berani sih menurut gua, mechanically apa ya, aware of which combo are you gonna use. Is it gonna be the 1-2-2-1 atau 2-1 terus 1 gitu? I think that presence of mind.
Because I haven't touched the hero at all.
You should try. It's very fun. So 1-2 is like skill 1 to skill 2. 2-1 is like skill 2 to skill 1. Then you have skill 1 and skill 2.
Still
Sky Piercer Suyo, yeah? Okay.
Oh no, he's dead. He's dead.
Aduh. Lu tau kan, Chef? Itu
this might be savage. Never mind.
Lu tau kan, Chef, itu hide on bush nama akun Smurfnya Faker?
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah. Jadi Faker tuh punya akun Smurf udah dari dulu sih. Namanya emang hide on bush.
I think there's a Singaporean player that actually has that nickname too in MLBB, but I forgot.
Ya Allah. Wih, wih. Gila nih Harit.
Yeah, I don't know. That was clearly a mistake, a misstep there for E7 to be on that side, to lose their jungler, but the punishment also is just more turrets, more space. Even in that replay, it just happened so quickly. And
this is easy to 0, I think.
And if you line yourselves up like this for E7, you know, you're trying to keep things from getting too worse. It's just Onyx does such a great job at giving those stacks over to Kelra too. They know that that's a big part of these team fights now. I mean, look at the health bars. They're just dropping as they try to get to the base. They try to
what
get
is
away,
that teleport?
But down, and now Akashi gets blown up as well from the shots from Kelra.
He didn't want to use his flicker either. Again, I feel like E7, they understand that their battle spells are like so
Itu tapi lucu banget sih kemarin, Chef. Gue baru sadar lagi, Chef.
At the same time, they're not using it to save
Lu ngechat di grup kan? Why is Leon on the lineup? Dibalas sama Coach Do karena mostly sekarang tanky XP. Belric Atlas, he thought it was Leo more.
Yeah, I also didn't notice the message.
Ya, gue juga baru sadar tadi pagi. Hah? Oh iya.
Keyboy and Sans, do they want to fight this? I know they got Kelra there, but still, you don't want to get overzealous and get punished here. You got a 6,000 gold lead if you're on it. You want to keep that together.
Oh shit, sekarang
so different between each provides.
Itu Suyo nge-skip Hunter Strike, berarti sekarang emang pada main War X ya?
I mean, it's more of a preference, no?
Oh yeah, because usually I would go Fury Hammer, Sky Piercer, and then my Hunter Strike complete.
What are they gonna do as soon as he starts charging up the Daytona's welcome, right? On the opposite side, I do want to see whether or not E7 specifically needs to get a backline attack onto Kelra.
Yeah, I feel like he's been trying, you know, like he's been trying to find that positioning, but there just hasn't been that opening that they're looking for. And now at this point, it looks like E7 is
nah.
just going to have to give this Lord
No habla español. O uno paquito. Un paquito. Un poquito. Wait, so is this a snooze fest as well, Chef?
Yeah, I think. There's no comeback angle, to be honest.
Unless... Oh, they got the Holy Shield. Masa iya solo kill, Eudora? Oh, hell nah! Hide on bush! Not on the motherfucking bush.
I mean... Yeah, he was hiding for sure.
Trying to drop it down with his arm in force, but still just delaying possibly the inevitable here. Almost a 9,000 gold lead as Lord is going to approach this mid-turn.
Who do you even vote for MVP in this match, right? Ya nggak sih, buat Onyx? It's one of the matches where lu bingung mau taruh MVP-nya siapa.
It's definitely not Lutfi.
Well, that much is true.
I don't think it's Sans either. For me, it's Keyboy. I don't know why.
Mati dong Kyrie. Mati dong lah. Wih, maniac dong.
Yeah.
What the fuck did he just say? KK connection? One more
connection, no? Like, isn't that the
21-6 the final score, and they're gonna
Oh, Savage!
Spawn camping.
And you have the skill 1 too. Jadi kayak lo invulnerable. Sepek cuy, Kyrie. My Kyrie gue sepek cuy. Yeah, there isn't much you can do at this point. I feel bad for them. Tapi imagine kalau tadi TLPH menang, si Onyx ketemu TLPH, cok.
Oh man, seemed like there was a lot of problems to solve there.
What was the format, by the way? Like, if you lose lower bracket, you're gone?
It's Swiss stage kalau nggak salah namanya. Jadi lu main di group stage, ya Swiss group stage tapi kayak bracket gitu. It's the one that they use usually in Valorant juga.
So 0-3 is the worst you can go, I think.
No,
Or
0-2 lu udah pulang.
Oh. So
Jadi gini,
either SRG or TL will.
Yeah, either SRG or TL will go home.
Oh, there you go.
So let's say Chefin. Nih ya, kan group A nih. Everyone starts in the upper bracket kan. Upper bracket 1, upper bracket 2. Right? If they lose, they drop to lower bracket 1, lower bracket 2. If you lose twice, you're out. If you win, you go 1-1 kan. You go 1-1. And if you lose again, you go 1-2, you lose, you go home. So you don't have, you basically only have 2 lives. In like the bracket in this tournament. Because now SRG and TLPH are in the lower bracket quarterfinals.
Yeah. Crazy, man. Like S tier team dropping the fastest. Like it feels like Onyx and M3.
Yeah. Well, I thought they were gonna use the new map blessing. What the hell are you laughing at?
The way he dressed kind of looks like, you know, the B word.
Oh, okay. Who, Gideon?
You agree or not? Yeah.
Well,
love the guy, but no.
If I speak, I'm in big trouble. It's what you guys usually call me in the talent room, right?
Yeah.
Fuck you all.
Naisu, do you think Naisu is begging some French girls, bro?
Hey, he has to stay faithful. He has a girlfriend. What do you mean by begging you?
Oh, he has a girlfriend. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he has to stay faithful.
My bad. I didn't know. Chill out.
I assume if you go to MSC, Chefin, you'll be the ones bagging the French girls like they're a bunch of pastries and baguettes and croissants.
That would be haram, brother.
Haram my ass.
With this particular matchup against Hirara, because as soon as you use that stun to initiate, you're not gonna escape. Hirara,
yeah, this was just unplayable. The skill gap is just way
too far. Man. Like,
yeah,
it's kind of expected it too.
Of course, he's got the Queen's Wings too, so. I mean,
what can you say?
Dude, every time I see Hirara in game, like I always wonder why the hell is this hero is let go. So BS, no?
No, why the hell did Moonton ever think? And like how did it cross their mind to create a hero like Hirara? Like what were they thinking, Izzy?
I think Hirara will get a nerf to
yeah, but then what do you nerf?
Kind of like Fanny in a way. Maybe like the base farming potential, so you're forced to play early game and try to fight as much as possible. Just make it like a Fanny, you know? High skill ceiling, high risk.
But still,
maybe you can do that. Yeah, I understand. It's one of those heroes that I think is conceptually broken.
Yeah. Finally, Fanny has a contender. But would you prefer, Chef, in your team to have a good Fanny or a good Hirara?
Let's go for the scramble.
Yeah, I think the scramble.
Wait, where's our panels?
Different strategies now from multiple teams.
They're still waiting, I guess, to throw it. Wait, you know what? You're right. Isn't it usually the panelist's job to break down the game?
Yeah.
That's true.
This is one of the big things here.
Where's your Todak chair, Chefin?
Speaking of meta, we've got a little special somebody up on that stage. Let's throw it over to
I've been asking Wuchin, by the way. Apparently on the 2nd of July, they said that, oh, we're gonna ship it next week or something. Yeah, next week my ass.
Hey.
What do you mean? I can complain.
Yeah, that's true. We shot content for them, right?
Yeah. We got promise.
But it just feels too good to be true. Just to have your body there physically shoot some content, and you get like a gaming
Yeah,
share.
it's like a 2-minute.
Yeah.
It's not even a 2-minute, bro. It's like 30 seconds or something, and you're out.
Yeah.
What's up, Kamran Kawish?
What?
No, it's like a viewer.
Oh, you're
How you
streaming.
Yeah, I'm streaming. What?
Okay.
What? I've been streaming.
I thought you weren't streaming.
If I'm not streaming, I wouldn't be in DC, brother.
I thought you were not feeling well.
Yeah, I'm still not feeling well, but bro, mid game? Like, is this a thing?
Nah,
Previously?
It's pre-recorded. I think it's pre-recorded.
Oh, pre-recorded. Okay, pre-recorded. Okay.
Well, this
You're
is
right. You're
really
right.
interesting because finally we get to meet you in person, and it's amazing to finally see a representation from South Amer. So a Latam representation.
South
What does this
Amer.
mean to you coming into MSC?
Es muy interesante por fin poder conocerte y verte en persona. Esta es la primera vez que tenemos un representante de Latinoamérica y Sudamérica. ¿Qué representa esto para ti?
Representa mucho para mí
Ooh.
Yo,
por lo que he
realize.
convertido,
Yo, what up?
Lo que he hecho en general,
Why,
ser coach,
why does the
jugador,
Spanish get
analista,
drunk so
es
easily?
Wait, what? What you say? What you say?
Why the Spanish get drunk so easily?
Why does the Spanish get drunk easily?
Get drunk so easily?
Okay. Cause they drink a lot.
Because every time they drink, they por favor.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, just say it's good, bro. Just say it's good.
It's pretty ass.
Nah, it's good. It's good. Wait,
Okay.
I've told you this joke before, right?
No, you haven't.
Or-
You've never.
Oh yeah, I got the French one, I think, as well.
What is it? Tell me.
Have you ever heard of that French performer Vu?
Vu who?
Vu. You know?
No. What about him? Or her?
Yeah, because every time I met the French, they always say "s'il vous plaît."
It's s'il vous plaît.
S'il vous plaît, no?
It's s'il vous plaît. S'il vous plaît.
You pronounce the L?
Yeah, s'il
The
vous plaît.
hard L? Really?
S'il vous plaît.
Okay, you're the closest to French here.
Closest
so I'm
to
gonna trust you,
French?
bro. Yeah, you have some kind of French blood, no?
No. Petit parler à forcer.
Oui.
Étudiant dans une école.
I used to be able to sing a French song and also like count from 1 to 99.
Okay, do it.
But now I forgot. I completely forgot, bro.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Yeah, I don't know.
Chefin, I have a joke for you.
What? You?
Negara
Okay, bro.
apa? Damn. Yeah, I'm a joke, I know. What country? Wih, kok nangis Vivian? What country lies just above the feet?
Lies just above the feet?
Yeah, just above your feet.
I don't know. Iceland.
No.
What?
Indonesia. It's pretty good, no?
Not that bad. Not that bad.
Okay. Caster apa yang suka buru-buru?
What's the answer, brother?
Rush. She. That's pretty good, right?
It's alright. It's alright. It's like a 6 or something.
Okay.
Realize, do you well, when's the last time you watched anime?
The last time I watched anime, I think it was Jujutsu Kaisen. Was I think 3 months, 2 months ago.
Do you stream it legally or you have Netflix probably, right? Okay,
I
that's not
used
fun.
Netflix, but back then, well, Gue nggak pernah pakai Crunchyroll sih. I know you were talking about Crunchyroll.
Yeah, same.
Tapi ya gitulah.
I'm still pirating it, bro.
Can you spell the website?
I don't know if the website is still there, but it's been a while since I watched an anime. So
what's the last anime you watched?
It's like an OVA episode of Love is War. I don't know if you know the anime.
Oh, I know. I know Love is War.
What do you know about it?
Oh, well.
You just heard the name?
No, I know it. It's ini kan Kaguya-sama kan?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know about it. What do you want me to talk about?
Watched it?
Yeah, I've watched it.
No. Nah, you're LARPing.
I'm not LARPing. What do you mean? I can tell you about.
I can smell.
I can tell you about the anime. Itu yang ini kan?
I can smell the LARP.
No, itu kayak si Kaguya, right? Ya kan? Bener nggak? Dia ini kan?
Yes.
Pokoknya dia leader gitu lah. Right? Bener kan? Di Suchin Academy, bener nggak? Terus kayak dia jatuh cinta kan sama one of the guys. Bener nggak?
Yeah, sure man.
Yeah, terus
you're opening a new tab right now looking for information.
No, I'm not. What do you mean?
I can hear the laugh, bro.
What do you mean the laugh? I don't LARP, bro.
You are the LARP master.
Hey, but who do you think is the best center of all time?
Okay, what is that? What a segue. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Love it.
Okay.
Oh, you think it's Shaq?
Shaq? Nah. I think the best center. Oh, Cho. I think it has to be Sengun, no? From Houston Rockets.
Oh my god.
Alperen Sengun.
Let's just talk about the game, bro.
Why? Why are you disappointed? I'm not LARPing.
Nah.
Oh shit,
I'm
Harara.
not LARPing, but that was a really bad answer. I like this for Onyx. Like, this is really good. Cho first pick against Eudora.
Yeah. And you... Do you want to go Ling here, right? That's the question.
In the objective fights, at least you play the
probably
map.
a Ling, no? Yeah.
And this is why, for me, I think it would have been better for Entity 7 to stay on red side. It's
What's
okay
the other one, though?
With the picks. It's just you need to take these prio picks away, right?
Esmeralda, maybe? Nah.
That should have been the Eudora.
I think Esmeralda is mostly to use to counter the Paquito or the Freya. A bit too early.
They go for a gold lane and a Paquito, and Esmeralda just shows up for
Harley?
so many ways to respawn it over. And
oh, I don't like the Gatot. What is that Gatot, bro?
Why is the Gatot?
Cho will be good against anybody, against the Ling, against the Harley, and now it's the Harley got the touch.
I don't know, man.
I honestly feel like the Esmeralda or
Uranus. Okay, good.
show up. There you go. Those tanky, sustainable XP lanes. Yeah, great for Lutpi.
Who do you even burst down now?
Mirko's like flawless at reading draft, by the way.
Yeah, he's very smart.
I wish I can be as good as him, man.
I wish I can be as good as you.
Nah, I'm still too far from Mirko, bro. You gotta aim higher.
We're working hard to be the best. Gila sih cara dia baca. Layers itu banyak banget. And the struggle I told him multiple times adalah I can only notice the chain of logic if it gets pointed out. Okay, I cannot call, for example, a Harley pick, but I can find the reasoning as to why kalau udah di point out sama Mirko kayak, oh, this is a good Harley pick. Okay, makes sense. Ngerti gak sih?
Oh, that's the start, no? Like that makes sense.
Yeah. The Wrath? Oh, okay. Buat Uranus ya?
Why would you?
They don't wanna...
Yeah, I don't get the ETH ban either, bro.
That's the only reason why they'd want to ban.
Yeah, why would they play ETH, guys? Why would they play ETH, guys?
Harley.
Yeah. They wouldn't want to play Yves here.
Into the carry pick for Entity 7. Yeah, with the Yves ban as well. So I think they might just be going for Brody. Alright, let's see if Entity 7 reads it. For a ban as well. Ban out the Keller hero now. Ban out that Brody might be the best call for Entity 7. And if it's
Brody?
Brody this point is a plug and play.
No, I don't know about the Brody, man.
Onyx,
I think Bruno makes more sense for Onyx.
Bruno?
Why? with the Cho and the Hirara, with the Uranus as well, all of them can chase the Harley. I don't really even think that the Harley can make it to the backline of Onyx, so I wouldn't even be too surprised if
Wait, are they trying to target ban Sans? Yo, hear me out. Go Kadita.
Wait, can you
no?
go Kadita here?
Kadita, right? I called it Kadita, guys. On the same page.
Oh man.
Yo, great minds think alike.
Maybe Selena Selena can be playable, especially if you're up against like the lesser team.
Lesser team? Oh, Lilia. Okay.
What a boring hero.
Yeah.
Safety's good. Safety's good. Lily is great.
I wanna see Kadita's Sans's Kadita.
Yeah, it's been a while, man.
Insta Brody, right? XP. They need something. They need something to deal with this. Now, what is it? Paquito against the Uranus.
Oh.
Wait, Paquito gold lane is...
Nah, I don't think so.
Might still be available here.
Ain't no fucking way. I don't think they can do it, no?
I don't see the Paquito EXP is not that great either for me, so that's why I was thinking like, do they want to flex it to gold lane? They have a Harley, so they have range already.
Maybe if you really want to reach the Brody, you go crazy with it. You put the Paquito in gold, and you pick up something like a Bene. At least you have some form of that.
Never mind.
Access, but, oh, wait, no, yeah, it's Brody.
Wait, put the Uranus gold and go Esmeralda, no? Do it now. Do it, Onyx.
It's Bruno, bro. It's Bruno. Bruno on. Well, you know what's crazy? Ruby, bro.
Ruby gold. They don't have range.
Yeah.
Only Lilia see. They have Lilia, but.
Oh, it's NTD7, man.
Bro, fuck off. Puta de madre. Idiot.
We know it's in you, bro. Yeah. And speaking of, Naisu did bring up, it's the KK combo, just a bit different.
Ooh, KK combo.
It's very much like
Ya, Brody.
Aww.
Tapi kenapa baru sekarang nih, Chef? Brody naik down.
Because
like back then
so
masih
much dive.
There's so much dive.
Yeah, it
Isn't
seems stupid.
But isn't Brody susceptible to dive?
Yeah, the dive is a bit different. If you're up against Assassin, Brody, as long as the dive is not that much, you know, you can still somehow manage. And they have decent pill with the Cho and also the Uranus as well. They have good frontliners. So the Eudora cannot bypass that. The only thing you have to worry about is the Gacha and also the Harley, I think. Paquito is manageable.
Because back then, kalau kayak gini, like the gold lane matchup will always be Claude Harris, Claude Moskov, right?
And I guess you want to force NTD7 to play a bit more to the gold lane.
Oh, relieving some pressure.
Because Uranus cannot really offer a lot in the XP, right? So you want to stay away from that.
Yeah. Let it play the weak side, no?
I guess. Oh my god.
Hell no.
Okay, Revitalize is burnt. I think they're happy with that, but that's going to be tough for E7 because this is always what we see. Early game pressure in the mid lane, trading out some battle spells. And so you don't have that
Varwin.
It's going to kind of change your game plan.
This Cho skin kind of man.
Yeah, I pulled it as well, but KOF still the king.
Oh my god, that's why you pick the Cho against this.
It's one of those moments where it's just like, yeah, you already, the level 1 got messed up.
Yeah.
So you probably shouldn't be the one opening up the bush as well, or maybe using the Fork Lightning as a means to open, but the same can be
Is it
said
already over?
you just, gonna have to just...
Well, still first blood. Can we have Keyboy build Heptases, please? First item.
Oh my god.
Ah, it's over.
Oh, you got the
red buff.
Double on Keyboy.
Keyboy tiga-tiganya. Yeah, it's time Heptases aja sih.
No joke? Yeah, I would go for Fury Hammer right now. I'm not joking.
Yeah, just Fury Hammer.
This is a ridiculous start.
And then you go for Dire Hit, no? Straight out.
Nah, Dire Head is too much. Dire Head is too much.
Stop the blessing.
Has no camps to actually take, and then he goes up to the EXP. Guess what? No crab there. I gotta go invade, and Keyboy, he's sniffing it out.
What it feels like is a hard.
Bro, honestly,
no.
fuck Lilia.
He's dead again. He's dead again. He's waiting for. Oh, never mind.
Wait, what?
I thought Kyrie's there.
Sans died?
Yeah, the mid lane like it's just 2v1 nothing. He's trying to check the bush, and Kibo is not there.
Keebs, what are you doing, man? Keebs.
Give up this first turtle. You don't really want to maybe contest this. Just
Wagwin.
that Hainan Bush has already been delayed enough. If he's delayed further, then we've
Keyboy
seen
Tosi.
the case.
Yeah, and honestly, nobody wants to fall behind, especially since Keyboy wants to maintain that passive from his roaming boots. In the meantime, though, I'm looking down on bot side, and Doom is also having a pretty tough time against Keller, who's got
Keyboy has a bounty, by the way.
By his tower.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh,
and he will be so vulnerable.
2v1.
In the hands here of Onyx. Meanwhile,
Oh, he got
over
it.
on the other side of the map, a little bit of trading going on there. Keyboy will be able to go ahead and take it. He's almost got the flicker available, and now that he's got the kick, he's got that way of the dragon. He's going to continue to be a nuisance there in the jungle. On this top side where Kyrie is, though, keeping tabs on him. Good protection, though, coming out from E7. They need to do this. They need to get these guys out of their side of the jungle, and they'll do that behind on Bush once again.
Oh.
What the hell is that damage?
Good thing. Hainan Bush able
Oh,
to get
no,
his
bro.
purple
Oh,
buff.
no.
And great rotation here coming in from Kyrie as well. He's not going back up towards that top side. He just decided, you know what, we're going to cut through that mid lane.
Why to let go of the Hirara
it's a
twice?
Participating in these fights, and now they're
It's a
back
kick.
Bang.
Level 3. Oh no, it gets worse. Shin
Wow.
going down here. The fight for the orange. Hainan Bush.
Is it Keyboy again? No.
Eh, itu Cloudnya masih level 3 loh.
Gotta help Doom here.
Wait, what?
Cloudnya masih level 3.
How the hell? Oh, it's just relating? Oh my god, it works
Yeah.
out way better than I thought.
Yeah. Kayak di freeze lainnya, cok. Tuh. He doesn't even mind missing a cannon, anjir.
Oh no, that was bad. That was really bad, bro.
No, Doom. Okay, BMI.
That.
Oh, good
Oh,
purify.
good purify, yeah.
Okay, not bad.
Not enough marks.
Not enough marks. The Purify came in.
Still pretty
Still
bad.
no
though.
blessing to what? He's dead
Why?
anyways,
Just
is he?
okay.
He's gonna go ahead and get some regen on, but
Oh, there you go. Oh, Keyboy. Aduh, salah kick.
Always stay.
the target he was probably looking for. So
Dia salah kick.
Doesn't matter, it
Still.
still dies anyway.
Yeah, well.
finalize the help. Meanwhile, Kyrie gets a
Kalau udah kayak gitu pun bahkan Keyboy miss loh. Emang susah gak sih kalau harus kayak gitu tuh? With 2 targets.
Gideon, I don't think we've seen this kind of
Yeah.
lead at the 4-minute mark.
I think the Cloud becomes in the kaya immune because he's on the bush.
Ah, no vision ya.
Maybe.
Just a standard game of constant invades and just using their capital lead that they have, their economic
No, that's a
lead.
bad replay, brother.
There's nothing they can
Loot piece
do.
diving
I mean,
in.
I'm looking at this replay and it's just
Carry
like,
get it?
what's the point, right? The dive
No.
wasn't the cleanest dive, yet it doesn't matter when your base stats are just way higher than your opponents.
Yeah, you can see that too in that the reaction there from Keyboy, obviously. In that too, he
Kenapa
picked up the
Keeps?
radiant armor, so now he can be more durable, you know, against
Keyboy.
the damage dealers that
They're not even
E7
playing for the
has.
Brody in the early game, and they're
that's
still
all
winning
part of
this
the plan
much.
Of not letting that lead that
Yeah.
they built up already so quickly slip out. And this is the thing, another turtle's just going to go over to Onyx. There's no contest here. So when it's this case, when we have to think of Entity 7's chances of turning
I just
the game
remembered,
on its
Chefin, my
head
first ever M
with this kind
series
of
that I watched was
landslide
M4.
right now for Onyx, where is that going to be? Who is going to be that person?
What happened?
Because Doom, you would think it'd be the
It was
Cloud,
the
but my goodness, he was delayed
RQ
so
Blacklist
much,
game.
frozen out of his lane.
Yeah, it's a...
Like live? Or what do you mean watch? Like online or
The YouTube.
in the venue?
The YouTube.
Oh, in YouTube.
But I watch it because my friends were watching it too.
Oh no. Oh, Kashi. Keyboy under the turret. There's the kick right in between both. They don't care. They'll get a
Still
kill.
remember a bit
There's
of
the
that
stun
game,
loop.
by the way.
Kyrie with the
It was a
retribution,
Fanny in the
gonna
first
check
game,
out
right? And they
Shin.
won,
It
RQ.
got away, though, but that's just a preview of
Wait, no,
how
I don't think it
Then
was
Adi
Fanny.
picked the
It
Lance
wasn't Fanny, was it?
Yes, it is Fanny. Fanny Albert.
It was Ling, no? No?
Nowhere to go. Popping the Purify.
Fanny.
Fanny.
Should've got it, Fanny.
Okay. Were you casting in the game?
No, like I'm not even in MPL.
Oh, belum
That's
itu ya?
high.
Lalu itu belum ya?
Yeah.
Okay.
I plan to attend M4, but I don't have gua belum divaksin.
Oh iya, butuh vaksin dulu ya. Gue juga dulu mau ngekes harus vaksin
Yeah.
anjir.
So much work for Entity 7 to deal with that they just have to watch the tier 2 turret go down nearly here in that bottom lane. It's just Onyx doesn't have anything else to take, so they'll just keep.
This is just
Unfortunate, man. I could have met some of the casters. At that point, I know Mirko already, despite not being a caster.
How'd you know him?
Yeah.
It's an 8.4k lead 6 minutes into the game, and these
Back then, when
positions are literally
he's
impossible to get
not
out of
as big
unless
as right
Onyx all
now,
decide
I
to,
used to
like,
DM him.
run at fountain or something like that. But
DM him about?
And also give him some lines that he might want to use.
Already an item
okay.
and a component ahead of your opponent. It becomes very difficult.
Kind of like Ray Ash, or maybe like the name that shall not be named. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
You mean Mr. V? As in Vinicius? Vinicius Jr.?
Yeah.
What you're seeing here too.
Yeah, that's why
over in the Philippines, that's used quite a bit. It's called Hunger Games.
Yeah, let's not talk about it. We'll talk about it another time. Oh, Calra with the juke. Oh my god, look at that move, bro. That's all instinct.
That's over.
Run himself away, but it's just way too much. As another goes down.
And Kane 7 minutes, man.
Yep.
Brody snowball. Brody snowball.
Look at Lutpi, bro.
Yeah, Lutpi just sit in base. Yep, he's already holding on to.
Pukul aku
I'm
dapat duit.
not impressed with Lutpi right now.
No DHS, all right.
I also does that. If I'm winning by this much, I would do this.
Than everybody put together.
Yeah, this is just.
Look at him.
Point Lutpi just pressing on the
he got out. What a coward. I would stay.
Yeah, restart the stacks. Another wave coming through mid. Tier 1 gone. Tier 2.
What's the maximum stack for a Raiders passive?
But Entity 7.
20?
20?
20. Yeah.
To a third of his
Yeah.
health.
Dude, Lutpi, I hate, especially when you're playing your
Look at
Raiders
Paquito's
at a high
item,
level.
bro.
Just
What the hell?
And you have such
Not even a boot.
He just becomes like a solar system's behind.
Itu Cloudnya lihat belum jadi apa-apa menit 8.
Look at him. What are you gonna do? Huh? He's still
Anjir.
Finally.
He does nothing. He's just literally
Okay, that's probably the worst Cloud game ever, no? We haven't seen this bad. I think. Never this bad.
Sejelek-jeleknya Guangzhou atau Falcons Mena kemarin. Huh?
Okay, Lutpi's dead.
Entity 7.
No, that's stupid. That's stupid. That's stupid.
Latin America.
They're done with the disrespect.
I'm sure hoping that Onyx isn't trying to farm the numbers here because it's looking very, very good so far. Oh, Reaper going on.
Iya, menang lah kita kalau partai 5 kita lawan NTT. Still win.
Make sure that he has a little bit of true damage on top of everything else, but
No, that's more disrespectful than me, bro.
Apalagi gold lanernya realize kan. Selesai lah mereka.
Making sure that he isn't missing a beat.
E7 Etor. Etor kepanjangannya. Iya, anjir.
This is it, right?
Oh yeah.
Foto boob terus.
Which one's better, E7 or E9?
They're going to be able to get this.
E9?
Could you pull up the items just in case? I don't want to be
Yeah.
wrong about this.
The fuck is an E9?
Should be like an item and a half. Yeah.
Mirko squad, bro.
Oh iya, E9 ya ketahui. Holy fuck. 3.500 gold difference, bro.
They're gonna get run down in their jungle, so ignoring the Lord for now, they'll just take a buff, make their way back.
Bagus hinain apa itu?
What did they get out of that? Again, some of these ultimates used up, battle spells. E7 still wants to show up for this. Potentially, they might just get punished here, though, if they do.
Everything that could have gone wrong in the early game has gone
Oh shit.
wrong for Entity 7, and I think that as much as it feels soul-crushing for Hydon Bush, it's one of those games that you wish.
Mendingan E7 daripada TLPH. What?
I understand that we're gonna have to play through the lower side, but this is really, really rough.
Jauh juga behindnya. Okay, now they're gonna march into the base.
Dude, it could have been like 16k if Lutpi didn't do that stupid shit earlier.
What is it? What is it that you have against Lutpi?
Oi! I don't like when they're snowballing like this, right? And they just give away kills, and now the gold lead is not that great anymore. It's still amazing, but
you're a perfectionist.
Could have been bad.
Oi!
You gotta chase the records with the numbers. Oh my lord.
Oh my god, that is just.
Jeez.
MPL season 18 tanggal berapa Mas Faiz? Tanggal berapa ya? Agustus nanti.
Not closed.
Not even close. Gila dibantai. TLPH kalah loh Mas Zulfahmi. TLPH dibantai loh.
Many upsets we've seen, those who are looking for former glory, they don't want to make the same mistakes past 2-3 years ago, even if we dig far enough. All of these
Login
players
Rafaela ready.
are
Login Rafaela ready, pra. Ya kan? Login pakai togop juga ready nih maksudku.
Alright, man, I'm gonna log off.
Alright, see you.
I'm not joking when I say I'm not playing well.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man.
Get well soon, man. GG, bye bye.
Yeah.
Thanks, I think a big part of that is they're playing into where the meta is currently. They're really honing in on that, but even the way they move around the map, getting it just looks like they're
gini chat.
better than what we've seen previously.
Yeah, no, they had tempo at every single moment in this game. They
Cloudbot
made
tiap ulti
sure
kenal apa?
that they checked the
Kelra red hair,
foundational
yo.
most importantly, they went above and
Keyboy blue hair.
further, right? Keyboy was allowed to do Keyboy things which he hasn't been able to do.
Bob, menurutmu Kelra ganteng nggak?
Recent years, but now it
Pra,
feels like
menurutmu
he's back
Kelra
to his
ganteng
normal self. Yes, I will disrespect you. I will get everything out of you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, him and Loopy both, man, just having the time of their lives there. Again, think about that, how good of a start that is. A 3-0 start for Keyboy on the Cho. Just dominant, you know, able to go ahead and just do whatever he wants basically in the opposing jungle of E7 here. And then also just, again, when we talked about the discussion about the Hirara and how you have the most success with that hero, your team has to support that to happen, and they did it from the start.
Yep. And from the start to the end, we're going to be now thrown over to our winners up on stage with Rose for the interview.
Coba interview siapa nih?
Oh my.
Kelra!
Such a dominant sweep up against Entity 7, a 2-0 game. And of course, we are on stage with someone who I last saw last year under the banner of Onyx Philippines. But this time, he returns to the MSC stage as Onyx. How are you, Kelra?
I'm okay, I'm fine. Gunchana.
I'm okay, I'm fine, Gunchana. What the fuck?
Playing in MSC?
Yes, very, very much. I miss to play to MSC.
I have to ask you.
Jadi selalu gitu habis nggak jawab tanya sih. Selalu gitu deh. Selalu gitu. Coba nih orang. I miss pengen MSC.
Pinagayuan nila, naglalaro akong kampi kay mga Indonesia ngayon at saka yung comms namin, iba.
He said playing with Indonesians, they have different comms compared to, I'm pretty sure, Onyx PH last year, where they would primarily communicate.
Rose bisa bahasa Filipin ya.
Now I have to ask you, today was
Udah
a
happy
day
lagi.
filled
Tapi dia
with
bahasa
surprises
Inggrisnya
and
masih kayak belum
upsets.
lancar gitu ya.
We saw incredibly fast games. We saw Rafael in the mid lane. I gotta ask you, what do you think about the meta right now?
Yung meta ngayon, ano talaga depende sa team ko.
Kau sudah Jakbar yoi.
Yung meta yung mga teams ngayon and wala
Lu di mana sekarang Mi? Mas oh iya gue lupa. Bub, si Fahmi bergabung dengan
No specific meta. It's more towards playing towards your
si Fahmi dia udah here we go dia Bub sama yang biru-biru.
You seem very happy to have a translator on stage, huh?
Good luck tuh, udah diucapin good luck sama yang pernah kerja di sana.
Opponent is going to be Aurora, who just 2-0 clean sweep.
Kabarin kuat berapa lama Mi? Langsung dikituin Mi.
When you met them on your opening match in Onyx Philippines, you guys lost against Rosa Salina. So, what are the preparations for that matchup up against Aurora?
Preparation lang namin.
Tatawa ayos Kelra ini.
Mabumben namin and babawi ako sa Aurora kasi.
Iya nih, telat keburu mata Chow.
EWC.
Mohon maaf, sudah tahun Chow-nya. Tahan banting biasa di boom.
He's going to get a revenge match up against Aurora for beating him last EWC. Any words to the fans here in the arena today?
Maraming salamat sa mga puntang Pinoy dito. Patuloy na sinusuportahan pa rin kami.
You know, maggrabe suporta ang galingang Pilipinas. Salamat po, salamat pero support. Pero ang galing, ang ganda, lang malakas. Duh, Kelra lucu banget.
back to you guys.
Nggak sih, gajinya pasti akhir bulan.
What a personality, Kelra. And you can hear the screams. A lot of happy fans for whatever Kelra had to say. The Onyx crowd is going live here in Paris, France at EWC 26. And MSC has really started off strong, guys. We saw 2 upsets, Mirko and
Dia jadi pengen belajar Tagalog, tapi ada yang cuma 3 minggu di situ. Anjir.
Now this one, it wasn't
Duh, pengen belajar Tagalog.
but it was the fastest series overall. 2 sub 12-minute wins. Onyx, we said they were on, you know, we talk about
Banyak kriminal itu, bener lagi. Banyak kriminal di situ, Mi.
Oh yeah, dude. They just dominated every single aspect of the game, having winning matchups in all of those individual lanes and just
Dah, off dulu kita. TLPH kalah. Yes. Onyx menang. Yes. Hari yang sangat manis. Ada tuh yang pakai koin buat predik TLPH. Hehehe. Ada tuh yang salah predik SRG. Hehehe. Lo intinya kalau misalnya mau konsultasi tentang tempat baru lu, Mi, chat gue aja. Nanti kalau ada apa-apa telepon, gue sambungin langsung ke customer service-nya. Ke yang udah pernah merasakan pahitnya di sana. Tapi nggak apa lah, Mi, kalau dibanding dengan tempat lu sekarang, ya better lah. Kalau dari segi benefit ya. Sekarang aja gimana? Sekarang aja. Langsung aja nggak sih tanya ke itu, tanya ke orang yang udah di sana dari yang dulu kita, Mas Kris. Nah, ntar gue WA lu. Tete, thank you for watching, bye bye. Ofu suturimu des. Mita kurete arigatou gozaimasu. Wibu.